City last week, so they swapped off. Williamstown is at Atlantic City. At 7 o'clock, Egg Harbor Township at Washington Township, Millville at Hamilton, Pleasantville at Wildwood, and Vineland at Clearview. So we'll have a lot of games to keep you to keep posted on in the Atlantic City Electric scoreboard. So Ocean City's going to kick off, which means they must have won the toss again.
And elected to defer?
Yeah, I've always wondered about that. I mean, you get the ball, I think. There's a good chance you'll have one more possession if you take the ball and start with the ball. But a lot of coaches don't do that.
Well, you like to have the ball to start the second half based on whatever happened in the first half. You like to come out and set some momentum, but of course you like to do that at the beginning of the game as well.
Kevin Catanoso approaches the ball. He kicks it down the middle. It floats toward the right side, taking it about the 18-yard line, avoids one tackler, but hit and brought down across the 25 at the 27. That's Jalen Freeman, 6 foot, 150-pound sophomore. Earned a reputation as a basketball player, but he was at Wildwood Catholic, where they don't have a football team, and transferred to Middle Township so he can play right away because the school he's leaving doesn't have this sport.
Raiders are going to be tested up front again. Tom Middle's got a lot of big bodies up there, and not the smallest of which is a Starlin Espinal, 6'3", 290.
Yeah,
at left tackle.
Harris up under center, hands the ball off to Scott. Scott hits the line, drives up to about the 30-yard line. He's the key. Ocean City needs to stop him. They have good quickness to the outside. We saw Jalen Freeman. The other back is Z. Bland, the 5'7", 156-pound senior. But Sean Scott is the key, 5'9", 208 pounds, and he's in the top 10 or 12 rushers in the Cape Atlantic League among Cape Atlantic League schools. Gain 2 on the play.
You know, I think they have the perfect combination, does Middle, of an inside and an outside back. They got a big, strong fullback who's going to run up between the tackles.
Matt Harris, the quarterback, he can throw the ball. And Bland is one of his better receivers. Baxter split. In motion is Freeman. He gets the ball, slices off the left side, and he's going to get the first down the left side, out to the 50, and spun down and about into Ocean City territory. So that's the quickness to the outside, and that's Jalen Freeman, the sophomore.
As we said, they have the inside and the outside, and the Raiders, you know, if you key on one, you're vulnerable sometimes on the other. And I think, you know, they're going to key up the middle early on in this football game and hope that they can contain the outside. That time they were unable to.
Ball's at the Ocean City 46-yard line. Remember, go to oceancitysports.com. You can listen to this game online or watch the live streaming supplied by Matt Ulmer and Bill Shalcross and a number of other cameramen all over Carey Stadium here. Now Freeman splits wide to the right. They're in the shotgun. Harris takes the snap, hands the ball off to Bland, and Bland is hit. Ball comes loose. Scramble for it. And it looks like Ocean City has the ball at their own 48-yard line. The Raiders have forced and recovered a lot of fumbles this year. And here's one that stops Middle Township, and the Raiders will take over at about their own 49-yard line.
Yeah, and that's what you need. You need a turnover. You need something big to happen. I know they had, I'm sure, a good week of practice and talked a lot about, you know, what they needed to do up front especially, and we need to get after people like we did down at West Windsor South, and you know, they came out here so far in the first 2-3 minutes of the game, and they are able to do that.
Andrew Donahue has thrown and completed more passes than any quarterback in the league this year. Takes the snap. Here he goes. Drops back, throws over the middle. It's tipped, but caught by Lashley, and he's inside the 30 to about the 28-yard line. What concentration as that ball was tipped, but he kept it in focus and pulled it in.
Boy, you're right, Tom. When you say concentration, what a perfect word. And, you know, we talked a little bit about how hard he throws the ball. That ball was thrown so hard, I think it was through an defender's hands.
Walsh to the right. Back to throw. Donahue settles. Fires again. Wide open is Shalcross, and he spins close to a first down. Shalcross came into the game 10th in the Cape Atlantic League in receiving yards. And they got about 9 on the play, 2nd and 1.
And he's got good hands. He really does have good hands. And I think, maybe by the looks of things early on, they're going to try to negate that size differential up front a little bit by putting the ball up.
Donahue, by the way, in addition to leading the league cable and quarterbacks this year, he has thrown and completed more passes than any quarterback in Ocean City history, with still 6 games to go and 2 more today. Hands off to Walsh. He's in the line and down to about the 15-yard line.
Wow.
Gain of about 3 on the play.
Well, Middle came with a blitz off the right corner, and if they had been able to recognize that, of course they're not going to change the play call then, but they had 1 defender on a wideout and nobody on the slot man. And when the defender on the slot man decided to rush, and they would have had a wide-open receiver.
2nd down. Walsh is to the left of Donahue. Quarterback takes the snap, fires to the end zone. Incomplete. Leaping for it was Benvenuti right around the goal line, but he could not pull it in. So it'll be 3rd down and about 7 for Ocean City. They changed some personnel. Nick Williams, tight end, checks in.
Hit his hands, but hard to tell from up here, if just a little behind them or a little high.
Yeah.
Again, thrown hard.
3rd and 7. Donahue gives it to Walsh, and Walsh is hit behind the line. He's going to be stopped outside the 15 at about the 16-yard line. So a decision here, make that the 17 or 18-yard line. And they're going to go for it here. 4th and about 8. Cadenoso does have a 33-yard field goal, and that would be about this range here, but they decided.
And they're on a tough angle, too, on that far hash mark.
4th and 8.
I think he likes Shawcross in this situation.
Walsh to the right of Donahue. Double slot formation. Points out somebody to the defensive line. Pass is incomplete. Trying to swing it to Walsh down the right sideline, and it falls incomplete, and Middle Township will take over on about its own 18-yard line.
Tom, that's the exact same situation that they saw defensively that I was alluding to earlier. They got a wide out one-on-one who's split wide out, and Shawcross was in the slot. The guy who's going to guard him or defend him ends up blitzing on the play, leaving him wide open to throw to, although if that's not the play call, they're not able to recognize that as quickly. That might be something they talk about, though, going forward if they get something from the coaches upstairs.
So Middle Township takes over on its own 17-yard line. Backs are split, receiver to the right. Harris takes a snap, and up the middle is Scott. He bangs off some people and picks up about 8 or 9 yards. Out goes to the 25-yard line.
Yeah, big back. You mentioned it before. He's going to pound them inside. And then they got the speed to the outside. Raiders unable to take advantage of the turnover, move the ball down pretty well. Middle Township stiffened inside that red zone.
2nd and about 1. Harris up under center. Backs are split. Hands the ball off. 1st down out across the 30 to about the 31-yard line.
Looked like Sean Scott again. It's going to be tough to stop, and just when you pile everybody in the box and load up against him, they're going to go to the outside with Freeman. Late arriving crowd, although it's not a bad crowd. I think people are still getting used to this 6 o'clock start, Tom. Including me.
1st and 10 at the 31. Middle Township in its own territory. No score in this game. About halfway through the first quarter. Harris hands the ball off to Freeman, and he's to the outside, caught from behind, but close to the 1st down. Looks to have the 1st down. Ball's out at about the 44-yard line.
Yeah, tackle over there made by Austin Green. He kind of launched himself into Freeman along the sideline. But again, it's it's a pretty potent 1-2 attack when you have guys who can pound it up the middle like that and beat 210 pounds, and then a guy who's quick to the outside. Makes it tough.
Ball's at the 43, the Middle Township 43, 1st and 10. Harris hands it off. Pounding ahead is Scott. And he's got the ball out close to the 50, picks up about 5 on the play. 2 or 3 people wrestle him to the ground.
Yeah, he got hit. Art Spackman was at the bottom of that pile, but they made first contact after about a yard, and he just carried forward, bodies for about 3 or 4 more yards. Pick up about 5.
2nd and 5. Middle Township 3-2. They've been in the playoffs, NJSI playoffs 3 times, 2 of them under Frank Rigitano, but have never won a playoff game. They're in the shotgun. Harris waits the snap. Gives it to Scott off the left side. There's room. He's got the first down, and he's inside the 4-5 at about the 41-yard line.
Was that over there? Took him on. Anthony Kenny took him on head on and was able to bring him down. Kenny's only 159 pounds. And Sean Scott, as we said, listed at 208. So what's that?
Coming back, I think.
47 pounds.
Penalty against Middle Township's going to wipe out that gain and that first down. Holding penalty moves them back to their own 40, where it'll be a 2nd and about 14.
That's a break for the Raiders. The first drive they made their own break by causing the fumble. This time the holding penalty is going to hurt Middle. But that time they took Scott to the outside, which won't happen very often.
2nd and 14. Receiver split to both sides. Harris comes up under center. Back split behind him. Hands the ball off to Freeman, going left, and he's got some room. Takes on and runs through a tackle down the left sideline. Freeman's inside the 40 and pulled down inside the 30-yard line for a Middle Township first down.
That was Kenny again who went down, tried to make that tackle low, unable to do so. He's have to see where he is, if he knows where he is. He took a pretty good shot over there trying to make that tackle.
Ball's on the Ocean City 27-yard line. 1st and 10 for Middle Township. Driving. They were driving earlier and turned the ball over on a fumble.
Yeah, the referee called timeout. He wanted Kenny to come off the field and be looked at. That's exactly what's happening. One of the trainers is just checking him out, make sure he's got all his faculties about him.
Harris under center. Takes the snap, hands it to Scott. Scott bounces to the left sideline. He's down the left sideline, inside the 10-yard line, and a 1st and goal situation for Middle Township.
Yeah, they're just running at will right now. Thought they might have got away a little bit with a block in the back there toward the end of that run, but good, strong run. These backs are what they were advertised to be coming in here, Tom.
They're on the 8.
That holding call didn't seem to set them back much at all.
1st and goal. Harris comes up under center. Receivers to both sides. Bobbled the snap a little bit. Gives it to Freeman, and Freeman just dove as far forward as he could. He could see he wasn't going anywhere because the whole play, the rhythm of the play was dead. They lose about 3.
Yeah, that's a perfect example of how so important timing is. Because when he bobbled the snap, Freeman was just not in the right spot where he should be, where he's used to handing the ball to him on a bang-bang that they practice all the time, and then he didn't really get the ball to him at the right spot, and just the play was going nowhere.
2nd and goal, ball's at the 11, just outside the 10 anyway. Harris settles in under center. Gives to Scott, bangs up the middle. And he's inside the 5-yard line, down close. Looks like he's to about the 2 or 3-yard line.
Wow.
So it'll be 3rd and goal at about the 2-yard line. One thing Middle Township does not have is a really good kicking game. They had a couple of safeties in one game because of snaps over the punter's head, and they haven't kicked very many extra points. They usually go for 2. Right now, though, it's set 3rd and goal at the Ocean City 2-yard line. Scott's in the backfield, Harris under center. He gives it to Scott, hits the left side, and he is in for the touchdown. So a 2-yard run by Sean Scott. Middle Township scores first, and we'll see what they do with the conversion.
Yeah, they just really kind of run right at you here. It's like old-time football. Here we come. See if you can stop us. And the 10-yard holding penalty sent them back. Didn't stop them, and Freeman actually is going to line up to kick the point after.
And he has kicked one or two this year, I think. Harris will hold. High snap. Harris gets it down. This kick is up. It's high enough, and it is good. So he's kicked, that's his second this season, and it's 7-0, Middle Township. That's Scott, by the way. That is his 6th touchdown of the year. A 2-yard run. Interstate Batteries of Egg Harbor Township has been providing South Jersey with outrageous dependability. For over 26 years, they've had over 1 million battery sales. They not only have a battery for your car, but for your boat, RV, motorcycle, ATV, truck, golf cart, or power chair. Interstate Batteries, America's #1 replacement battery, is at 6064 Riga Avenue, Egg Harbor Township. They're open Monday through Friday from 8 a.m. till 6 p.m., Saturdays 9 to 2. If you need a battery, you'll find it at Interstate Batteries. Outrageously dependable. And Boardwalk Acura invites you to check out their always up-to-date online inventory, ideal for doing research from the comfort of your own home or office. When you've found the Acura models you like, visit Boardwalk Acura, 6806 Tilton Road in Egg Harbor Township. Take a test drive. The service you'll receive is a cut above. Brian, Carol, and their sales staff, professional yet highly approachable. You'll quickly understand why Boardwalk Acura has such an expansive base of loyal customers. Boardwalk Acura, 888-790-6723. Here's the kickoff. It comes down at the 21-yard line. Straight up the middle is Robertson. He bounces it to the outside. He's at the 45. He's at the 50. At the 40, down the left sideline, and he is caught from behind at the 20-yard line. There was nothing outside to his left. He started to return up the middle, and he realized nobody from Middle Township was on that side of the field.
Yeah, the Panthers coaches aren't going to be happy that the guys didn't stay in their lanes that time on the kick coverage, but Robertson does such a nice job. He runs the ball the same way when he gets the ball in the backfield as he did there. He gets to the line of scrimmage. The hole's not there. He finds the hole, bounces it to one side or the other, and that's exactly what he did there. What a great return.
On the 22 of Middle Township, Walsh to the right of Donahue. He takes the snap, drops back, swings it out for Walsh, but it's incomplete.
Oh, that was close to being backwards.
2nd and 10 for Middle Township. Atlantic City Electric scoreboard. Free Andy has scored a touchdown. Absegami leads Triton 7-0, and Marquise Bell has scored a touchdown for Bridgeton. They lead 6-0 over Mainland. Handoff is to Walsh. He drives to about the 20, a 2-yard gain. It'll be 3rd and 8. The ball came loose. Middle Township thinks they got it.
I think it did come loose, and I think it's going to count as a fumble recovery. Maybe not, but you saw the ball pop out.
Well, officials say no, so it's 3rd down. Ocean City just outside the 20-yard line. And they're looking to the sidelines. Benvenuti split to the left. There's a slot to the right, and Walsh is to the right of Donahue. 3rd, long 8 yards to go. Donahue back to throw, pump fakes, throws for the end zone, too high for Benvenuti, who had a step on the defense. It's incomplete, and it'll be 4th and about 8 or 9 yards to go for Ocean City. They're out across the 20-yard line.
And the Raiders have had some opportunities, and they're going to have another opportunity here now on 4th down. And they've had excellent field position a couple of times and get down in that red zone or near that red zone and haven't been able to connect. Middle's defense has come up bigger.
Ocean City has scored 9 out of 14 times in the red zone this year. 15 now because of the first possession. 4th and about 8. Donahue drops back. Quick pass is caught by Walsh. Walsh down the left sideline is into about the 10 for a first down.
Well, that's a big play there. Caught Middle Township in a blitz, and that time they were able to swing the ball out to Walsh, and he picked up good yardage. not able to get it to the end zone, but a first down nevertheless, and a first and goal for Ocean City. Right on the 10.
Walsh to the right of Donahue, gets the handoff. He bounces it to the outside, now tries to cut it back and gets inside the 10, down to about the 7 or 8 yard line.
Man, it's going to be tough to run the ball in from here. I mentioned some big bodies, and defensively, Dave Bond, 6'5", 257-pound senior defensive lineman. He leads that group up there.
Second and goal. Ball's on about the 8. Donahue takes the snap. Pitches it. Incomplete. It's flying. Oh, no, it is caught.
I think it hit the ground.
Yeah, it is incomplete. Lashley ended up with the ball, but it was incomplete. It looked like it had been incomplete, but then the play continued. So it's incomplete, and a little scoop pass to Lashley. So it will be third and goal at the 8.
I wonder if that was a broken play, and Donahue saw him in there and tried to shovel the ball to him, or if that was a design play.
They do use the shovel pass.
I know they do, but just the way it's set up, it almost looked like it wasn't designed that time.
Donahue comes up under center. Backs her in the eye. He throws a high pass deep in the end zone, out of the end zone, incomplete. So that was just misthrown. It'll be fourth and goal at the 8, and they're going to kick a field goal.
Yeah, I would think so at this point. You got to...
Kevin Catanoso's 1 for 1, kicked a 33-yarder up in Princeton Junction. There's very little wind here. He's got his back to the ocean.
Tried to throw that little high fade, not little high fade, a deep high fade to Lubrano over there, just well overthrown.
24-yard field goal attempt. Ball is down, the kick is up, it's high enough, and good. So Kevin Catanoso is 2 for 2 in the field goal department, and Ocean City's on the board, trailing 7-3 with 1:45 left in the first quarter. Boardwalk Honda Game of the Week, produced by Prime Events on WPG, Talk Radio 104.1 and 1450 AM. Check out their online inventory at boardwalkhonda.com. You'll like the way they do business at the Thomas H. Heist Insurance Agency. They're coastal insurance specialists with over 35 years experience. Flood, boat, auto, life, health. They offer it all at the Heist Agency with convenient offices located in Ocean City, Margate, Egg Harbor Township, Marmora, and Vineland. Phone 609-399-0453. You'll also find them online at heistagency.com. Remember, Thomas H. Heist, when you need insurance. At Wiesenthal's Auto Service in Ocean City, their staff will repair your vehicle and prevent potential problems. Call them at 609-399-9741 to schedule an appointment. No matter where you live, it's worth a trip to Ocean City to keep your vehicle operating properly. Don, Glenn, the legendary Al, and Chris the Rockstar will handle all your repairs. Wiesenthal's Auto Service, 9th and West in Ocean City. Here's the kickoff. It's short, taken at the 24-yard line by Freeman, trying to get down the left sideline. He's out across the 35 and stopped at about the 38-yard line.
We probably ran 40 yards to gain 8 or 10 on the return. Again, at that time, the Raiders stayed well in their lanes, and when Freeman got around that far side, he had Raiders shirts waiting for him. You would, on the plus side, Ocean City's had several opportunities, run a lot of plays inside the 20-yard line. On the minus side of that, Tom, is they've only come away with 3 points, but they're hanging right here.
From the 39-yard line, 1st and 10, Middle Township. Harris comes up under center. Takes the snap, hands the ball off to Scott, jumps a tackle, and drives out close to the 45-yard line.
You got to put bodies on him. And they're, eventually 4 or 5 guys, but not before he gains 5 yards. And if he can get beyond that first defensive lineman and a linebacker or two, then he's got some guys that, are 160, 155 pounds. That makes it pretty tough for a defender to take them down. I don't see Kenny back in the game from prior.
He's not always out there.
Yeah, he's out there now. I see him.
Second and a little more than 5 to go. Middle Township just short of their own 45-yard line. Ocean City came offside.
I was just a little concerned that the hit that he took before, and then, you know, the way they were looking at him afterwards, you never know if that's going to be a concussion protocol or whatever with all the safety features and stuff now, but it's good to see him back out there.
So it's a first down as they had a little less than 5 yards to go. The penalty gives them a first down, and Middle Township just short of the 50. 7-3, Panthers lead. Harris under center, backs are split, hands the ball off to Freeman off the left side. He's hit at the line of scrimmage, gets across the 50, and then driven back.
The ball must have come loose down there.
Flag comes in late.
I was going to say that's probably going to be the last play of the quarter, but now the clock is stopped, so we'll see what happens.
Penalty is a unsportsmanlike conduct against Middle Township and apparently against Ocean City too. They'll offset. So it will be first and 10 again, right?
Yes.
From the 49-yard line.
Mm-hmm. And that's a pretty safe thing for an official to, when there's some extra activity and it's not just one guy.
Of course, if it happens after the play, they're actually moving the ball to the Ocean City 49, so it's going to be second down at about 8.
I think they're discussing it.
Well, yeah.
You're right.
If it was after the play, then the play counts. So we're here with 7-3 Middle Township. We're 25 seconds away from the end of the first quarter, so this may be the last play of the open quarter. Wind isn't a factor, so direction in the field doesn't matter much. Harris under center, back split behind him. Takes a snap, hands it to Scott. Scott bangs. No, good fake. It's Freeman down the left side, and he's driven out of bounds. Driven out of bounds inside the 25-yard line.
I think it was Benvenuti over there who fought off a block and was able to push him out of bounds, was able to push Scott out of bounds. And if I got the number right, here, a quick look, he just really did a nice job of shedding that block on the far side of the field and being able to prevent a touchdown there for Middle.
First and 10 at the 26. Middle Township on the move again. Hand to Scott up the middle. Ball may have come loose. And Ocean City's recovered it. Ocean City stops another middle drive. Stopped the first one with a recovered fumble near the 50-yard line. And here they take over on their own 26 with just 4 seconds in the first quarter.
Well, I'll tell you, I like to say fortuitous, and yet you cause fumbles on defense. So it's not like they got a break or got lucky or anything like that. I mean, usually. That's, 2 real good fumble recoveries here in the first quarter, and they're hanging in there in what could have been catastrophic here so far in this first quarter.
Atlantic City Electric scoreboard, Absegami 14, Triton nothing. Atlantic City 7, Williamstown nothing. First and 10, 2 backs in the backfield with Donahue. Puts a man in motion. It's Robertson. Takes the snap, keeps, and slides down for a loss. Not sure what was supposed to happen. Robertson went in motion, and Donahue kind of faked to Walsh, and then looked like he was going to follow Robertson to the left side, but never got there, and the first quarter comes to an end. Scored 7-3. Middle Township leads and the first quarter here at Carey Stadium. The Boardwalk Accurate Game of the Week, produced by Prime Events on WPG Talk Radio 104.1 and on 1450 AM. Brian Carroll and their professional staff waiting to serve you at Boardwalk Accurate, Tilton Road in Egg Harbor Township. Ocean City Aquatic and Fitness Center has a newly renovated saltwater pool, strength and conditioning equipment, cardio machines, and fantastic aerobic and water exercise classes. The Aquatic and Fitness Center is open weekdays from 6 a.m. to 9 p.m., Saturdays from 7 till 6, and Sundays from 9 a.m. and 6 p.m. Phone 609-398-6900 for more information or visit ocnj.us/recreation. Ocean City ready to go. Second down. And about 15 yards to go. Donahue with a back to his right, takes a snap, drops back, fires a short pass. It's Robertson. Robertson picks up some yardage and breaks into the open. It's a foot race, and it doesn't look like anybody's gaining on Isaac Robertson, who will go for the touchdown. Call it a 79-yard pass from Donahue to Robertson, and Ocean City takes the lead.
Well, I tell you, once he broke the initial 3-4 yards, nobody was catching him, Tom. I think he was actually pulling away with about 30 yards left to go. And what a great run. Nice call by the offensive coordinator, and a short little pass in the seam area, almost like not a swing pass, but a nice little short pass right in an open spot, and just raced up the field.
Cadeno to kick it. Benvenuti to hold. Ball is down. The kick is up. It's high enough. It's good. And Ocean City has assumed a 10-7 lead over Middle Township here with 11 minutes and 46 seconds. So we know how long it took them, 14 seconds to go 79 yards on that short pass play. The Boardwalk Honda Game of the Week, produced by Prime Events on WPG Talk Radio 104.1 and 1450 AM. Connect Boardwalk Honda on Facebook. Things are always happening at the Ocean City Free Public Library. Sunday at 2, Sonny and Pearlie will perform the Great American Songbook. The next classic film night is October 24th, Monday at 6 o'clock. It's Office Space with Ron Livingston and Jennifer Aniston. Wednesdays at 3, after-school movies and snacks. You can learn to play bridge, improve your cooking and computer skills. It's all free. Plus books, magazines, internet access, homework help, and much more. The Ocean City Free Public Library, 18th and Simpson, phone 609-399-2434. And if you're lucky, maybe Bud Rink will be there with a few of those bridge tricks. Some things he learned in college.
Yeah.
Cadenoso to kick off. And it's a pooch. They're not going to the ball to Freeman. It's dropped, but picked right up. It bounced like he dribbled it at the 31-yard line, and that's where they'll start from. Middle Township on their own 31. Ocean City quite a bit this year. Hit those little pooch kicks to try to prevent the big return. And with a guy like Jalen Freeman and a guy like D. Bland, Middle Township has guys that can do that.
You know, Tom, that's really a great example of taking advantage of a turnover. You cause the fumble, you stop a drive, and I go back to that the tackle out of bounds, push the receiver out of bounds on the other side of the ball carrier. And I think it was Benvenuti, and then they keep him out of the end zone. They turn the ball over, and then the Raiders capitalize. That's what you have to do when you recover a fumble or get a turnover.
Harris under center, back split behind him, gives to Scott off the right side for a couple of yards. Hit immediately, gains out to about the 33. Atlantic City Electric scoreboard. One quarter, it's St. Augustine and Holy Spirit, 0-0. Also, it's Bridgeton 12, Mainland 0 on the Atlantic City Electric scoreboard.
A couple of teams both looking for their first win, Bridgeton and Mainland.
Yep.
And boy, the Mustangs are struggling.
And a couple of other teams trying to avoid their first loss.
Right.
Though 0-0 is surprising because they're two pretty powerful offensive teams.
It's only the second inning.
Officials indicate timeout Ocean City. So the Raiders call a timeout. They lead it here, 10-7. Boardwalk Accurate Game of the Week, produced by Prime Events on WPG Talk Radio 104.1 and 1450 AM. Boardwalk Accurate is your trusted dealer for car loans, auto parts, and auto repair. Visit boardwalkacura.com. Sure, True Value Hardware in Summers Point hopes you'll continue to shop locally. They offer friendly service and expert advice. At Sure Hardware, they'll do anything to help. It's just around the corner at Sure True Value Hardware, 515 New Road in Summers Point. Phone 609-927-6464 or visit them online at surehardware.com. Now, Middle Township quarterback Matt Harris, a 6 foot, 166-pound senior, hasn't thrown a pass yet but he's thrown for over 400 yards in the first 5 games that Middle Township has not yet used.
Well, I think that they've had some real good success as far as gaining yardage is concerned from both of Scott and Freeman, that they really haven't needed to put the ball up in the air. I just, feeling that you guard against the run, you got two guys, one outside, one inside, and you suck the defense in, and then he looks to go over the top at some point.
John Zarfati is their leading receiver. He's in the top 10 in the Cape Atlantic League. Here's a handoff. They staggered or struggled, and a hard hit as he crosses the 35-yard line to the 36. Z Bland, who is very quick, was stopped on his first carry, and here he picks up about 2 or 3 yards. So it's going to be 3rd and 4 for Middle Township at their own 36-yard line. By the way, Ocean City, we told you about Donahue, but Bob Shallcross, who's 10th in the league in receiving yards, has caught more passes than any player at a Cape Atlantic League school so far this year. But the one he's going to keep in his mind is that one he dropped. There was a sure touchdown, remember, up at West Windsor. Then later came back and got the same play and scored. Timeout called by Middle Township with 10:20 left in the first half. And Ocean City on top here, 10-7. This INACE, the certified public accountant in Northfield, concentrates in the following areas: individual and business taxation, tax resolution services, bookkeeping and payroll, and sales taxes. Vince INACE would like to wish all the players a successful and healthy season. The office of Vince INACE is at 231 West Glen Cove Avenue at the corner of Route 9 in Northfield. Phone 609-677-4977. Vince INACE wants to solve your tax and accounting problems. And Signal Graphics on Chilton Road in Egg Harbor Township is your local commercial printer with the personal service you expect. Cut out the middleman. Save time and money. Signal Graphics prints full color in-house. Signal's state-of-the-art equipment and expert printing staff allows them to produce an excellent product for very low cost. For fast turnaround and great prices, call the Gunnels, Riley or Kay, at 609-569-9990. For service, ask for Chugger. Signal Graphics. All right, here it is. 3rd down, a little less than 5 to go for Middle Township across their own 35-yard line. Low snap. Harris handles it, rolls to the right, swings the pass back to the left to Freeman, who has running room in front of him. He's at the 40, at the 45, gets a block at the 50, down the sideline. He's at the 40, and he's out of bounds inside the 25-yard line.
Wow.
So a big pass play for Middle Township. Ocean City player is shaken up on the play.
Yeah, and he got a big block out here toward the end of the run with about 10 or 15 yards to go from Dave Bond. I mentioned him a couple times, and just really a couple of really big blocks. And that just was – that play right there was very successful because of everything that has happened in the previous 14 the football game offensively for Middle. I mean, they started to run the ball, to the right, and similar to what they've been doing, running the football either wide or up the middle. And that time, the screen pass to the left side, he had 3 blockers, and there wasn't an Ocean City shirt within 20 yards of him when he caught the ball.
Ocean City players still down on the field, back around the line of scrimmage. Atlantic City Electric scoreboard. Kyle Dobbins has scored. St. Augustine leads Holy Spirit 6-0. This game brought to you with the best wishes of everyone at Calvi Electric in Atlantic City, who encourage you to get out and support your favorite high school team each and every week. The rides are closed at Gillian's Wonderland Pier, 6th in the Boardwalk in Ocean City, but you can make plans for next summer. Don't forget, if you have leftover tickets from this past summer, they never never expire. You can bring them back next year and use them again. Also, go to Gillians.com or downtown Gillian's on Asbury Avenue and see if you can get some bargains for next year. Gillian's Wonderland Pier, 6th in the Boardwalk in Ocean City. So Ocean City player apparently will get some help getting off the field. A couple of his teammates came out, and he is up on his feet. Obviously, the fans are reacting. It looks like it's Walsh.
He's not putting any weight at all on that right foot, and it is Walsh. Boy, that's a big blow defensively.
He's had problems with that injury a couple times this year. It's really coming off slowly. But the fact that they got him up at all is somewhat encouraging. Andrew Donahue comes down to greet him as he gets to the sideline.
Hey, he's a pretty popular teammate. Tough, hard-nosed, plays both ways.
But just as we mentioned, the passing attack of Middle Township, they go to the air on a big third down. They get the ball down to the Ocean City 23-yard line, where it's 1st and 10. Ocean City leading here 10-7 with 10 minutes left in the first half. Harris under center. Scott behind him. Motion from Bland. It's Scott off the right side, and he drags people inside the 15, still going at the 10, and he's down at about the 8 or 9 yard line.
What a run that was. A lot of individual effort. And they got the momentum, after that big screen pass and 60, 70 yards, whatever it was, 50 yards. And that time they hand it to their big guy, and he just bowls his way.
Ball's at about the 8-yard line. 1st and goal, Middle Township. Scott in the backfield. Bland to his left. Harris under center, puts a man in motion. Gets to Scott going left. He runs through a tackle in the backfield. There's a flag on the play into the end zone. But there is a flag on the play.
Yeah, I don't think it's going to count. He just broke 2 or 3 tackles, ran over a couple people. Oh, it is going to count. Now they're signaling touchdown down here.
Well, that may just be the result of the play, but then now they deal with the penalty. We'll see.
I don't get it. Why would you?
Now the penalty. The flag is at about the 5-yard line, so they're going to go back to the 15-yard line, where it will be 1st and goal.
Yeah, big hole right there, right at the 5-yard line. Boy, Middle's really hurt themselves. 2 turnovers, 2 fumbles recovered by the Raiders. A couple of holding penalties. Not that they're not, they're not turning the ball over here right now, but still, that's stuff as a coach at this point in the season you want to clean up.
They've got it at the 15-yard line. 1st and goal. And timeout, Middle Township.
Tom, I wonder if Frank Rigatano's because he's principal, if he has to wear a shirt and tie to the games, or he just doesn't have a chance to go change.
Yeah, I'm sure it's the latter, because he's known for his wild outfits. Williamstown on the Atlantic City Electric scoreboard has scored and ties Atlantic City. It's 7-7 in the game at Jack Eisenstein Complex in Atlantic City. Boardwalk Honda invites you to check out their always up-to-date online inventory, ideal for doing research from the comfort of your own home or office. When you've found the Honda models you like, visit Boardwalk Honda, 6807 Tilton Road in Egg Harbor Township, and take a test drive. The service you'll receive is a cut above. Brian Carroll and their sales staff, professional yet highly approachable. You'll quickly understand why Boardwalk Honda has such an expansive base of loyal customers. Boardwalk Honda. Call toll-free at 877-472-6499. Bigger, better Boardwalk. Boardwalk Honda with that great new showroom on Tilton Road. All right, 1st and goal at the 15-yard line.
A lot of time left in this quarter, and I think Middle has, 1 timeout left remaining?
I think so, yeah.
That's not right. Left remaining.
Well, made the point.
Yeah.
Twice. Backs are split behind Harris. He takes the snap, gives the ball to Bland, trying to circle the right side, cuts it back. He's hit and brought down at about the 10 or 11-yard line.
See who that was over on the far side who kept him from getting out there. Might have been Kenny. Was able to force Bland back in where he had some help. And you get a guy with that kind of speed. And he's got, it looks like he has almost as much, if not more, speed than Freeman. And they were able to contain him from getting around that corner.
Be a good race. Ball's on the 10, second and goal.
Although Robertson looks like he could hang with him based on what we saw in that touchdown run.
Harris comes up under center, back split behind him. Takes the snap, keeps it, rolling left, tucks it down under. He's going to try to run it in, and does. Right in the corner of the goal line for a touchdown. So a 10-yard run by Matt Harris, and Middle Township goes up 13-10.
I'll tell you, he showed great speed around that left side as well, Tom. And you don't usually a guy that doesn't run as much in a quarterback. You see him take off like that. I was surprised to see what kind of speed he had going around that side. He saw the corner of that pylon, and again, the defense was mostly going the other way. So we got ourselves a good football game here.
That's his third touchdown of the season. Ball is down. The kick is blocked. And I think it was Brandon Lynn.
Yep, Brandon Lynn.
He might have blocked that with his waist. It was not that kick never elevated, but good pressure by Ocean City, and the snap wasn't perfect.
I think, Tom, last time the snap was a little high, and they were real slow getting the ball down, but the Raiders didn't really have much of a rush on, and I think that time they figured, we're going after this one. They got the same little bit high snap, slow snap, and, the next thing you know, that kick is easily blocked.
So it's 13-10, Middle Township on top here, with 8:35 remaining in the first half. There's a full line of brand new cars available for rent at Just Four Wheels on the White Horse Pike in Galloway Township, Delsey Drive in Vineland, and on Washington Street in Cape May. They also have moving vans, minivans, and 15-passenger vans. Be smart. Rent at Just Four Wheels, serving South Jersey for more than 35 years in Galloway, Vineland, Berlin, Cape May, and Lakewood. They're open 8:30 a.m. till 7 p.m. daily. Just Four Wheels, car, truck, and van rental. Middle to kick off. And it's a ground ball taken and fallen at about the 37-yard line. It was taken in there for Ocean City by Joe Pagano, and it didn't really look like Joe wanted to return it. I don't think he slipped. I think he just went down.
Yeah, he did go down. And Joe's number 64, so he's not somebody that you're expecting to run with the football. And, he just wanted to make sure that he wasn't going to get hit and cough it up, I think. So.
Well, actually, if it was 64, but it was C.J. Roberts. I thought it was 54.
No, you might be right.
They will start on the 37-yard line. Ocean City trailing 13-10. Donahue takes a snap, a little shovel pass to Robertson, and Robertson picks up some yards. He's still fighting for an extra one out across the 40 to about the 43-yard line.
Yeah, that's the shovel pass that time to the left side. Prior, the other one they sprinted right just a little bit and came back across. That's a good play. Walsh still on the bench over here, nursing whatever injury that is.
Gain of about 6, second and 4. Donahue in trouble, goes down. He turned like he expected somebody to be somewhere they weren't, and just realized the best thing I can do is get a yard or two and go down, and he does. Back at the 40-yard line, where it will be third down and about 6 or 7 yards to go.
Yeah, I mean, Robertson was back there. He turned around to give him the ball, but I think Robertson was going in a different direction. And, somebody made a mistake, obviously.
The Freak Andy continues what he did last week here. He scored a third touchdown. Epsigami leads Triton 21-0 on the Atlantic City Electric scoreboard. Nobody else in the backfield but Donahue. 5 receivers out. Drops back. Sets. Fires over the middle. And it is incomplete. Oh, they're going to call it a fumble. They're going to play it like a fumble. Let's see what the officials decide. Benvenuti was the receiver, and he was hit immediately, and the ball popped out.
Well, I tell you,
it looks like they're going to rule that a fumble.
Well, he certainly didn't make a football play or a receiver play after he caught the ball. I mean, he caught the ball simultaneous to me with the hit, and it's not something that you're going to be able to review, but pretty close one way or the other.
The ball ends up on the Ocean City 33-yard line after the fumble return. So Middle Township in business again. They lead 13-10.
Yeah, it's close.
And a fumble. Harris fumbles the snap, but falls on it for a loss of about 3 yards, 2 or 3 yards.
Looking at the replay on that last play, Tom, he did take a step, but it's tough to tell if he had control of the football after the catch. Not a lot of screaming and hollering. Of course, happened so fast, nobody's really able to tell anyway.
So it's second down, second and about 12. The ball just outside the 35-yard line. Ocean City at Mainland next week. Harris hands the ball off to Bland, and he fires down the right side. Still fighting for yardage. He's got the first down inside the 20 to about the 18 or 19-yard line.
Another really good, hard run. No, you expect that from the big guys, but when Bland, who's, a good hard run, even though you're 156 pounds, you don't expect them to be able to gain yardage with a couple guys hanging on. They run hard. They're all running hard.
Atlantic City Electric scoreboard. Atlantic City has scored. They lead Williamstown 13-7. Vikings have a shot at those Group 5 playoffs if they can keep winning. Harris takes a snap, hands to Scott. There's a wall there waiting for him. No gain on the play.
Yeah, that's one of the best defensive stops they've had as far as a play, because Scott, he couldn't get anything going there. A whole host of red shirts met him right at the line of scrimmage. It's a simple off right guard, right tackle play.
Atlantic City Electric scoreboard. St. Augustine scores in the air. They lead Holy Spirit 13-0.
And I think they had to be favored going into the game, Tom.
Sure,
they're the
absolutely.
number one ranked team. But
powerful offense. They do give up points, but Harris under center. Takes the snap, gives it to Scott, tries to bounce it to the outside, and they ride him toward the sideline and out of bounds. Looks like it's at about the 12 or 13-yard line. Short of the first down.
Yeah, that's, I think that's 84, Tom, over there. Joe Groves. Not sure. Again, the numbers are very difficult to see on the far side of the field from here.
Third down, ball on about the 12-yard line. Third and call it 4. Harris comes up. They reposition a wide receiver, Zarfati, from the left to the right, and they're going to have to use their last time out. So something wasn't right. They tried to adjust it, but they still didn't get it right, and it's an important situation. Middle Township's up 3, and they've got the ball inside the Ocean City 15. Third down and about 4 yards to go. If you live in Cape May County and you're having problems with an appliance, your next call should be to Ulmer's Appliance Service. Dryers, refrigerators, ranges, washers, dishwashers, disposals, you name it. Ulmer's can repair it, and they service most major brands. Ulmer's Appliance Service has offices in Ocean City, Wildwood, Seaville, and Sea Isle City. There is one close to you. Phone 609-399-4398 for more information. Ulmer's Appliance Service. Shoppies is even better online. You probably visited their showroom at 1031 Shore Road in Linwood, but at Shoppy.com you can select and design your own trophy reward and order it right there. Shoppies also has a complete line of gifts. Remember, you're not presenting the finest trophy unless you're presenting a Shoppy trophy. Phone 609-653-1684 for Shoppies since 1921.
Well, this is 4-down territory, obviously, Tom. These are going to be a couple of really important plays.
Harris hands off to Bland going right. It looks like he's got the first down, wrestling him to the ground inside the 10-yard line, down to about the 7. And we'll wait till they officially spot the ball. It is a first down. So it's first and goal for Middle Township. 5:05 left in the first half. They're leading in this game 13-10.
They didn't need it to be 4 down territory, which, again, at that point you were sure they were going to. They don't have a good kicking game based on what we've seen on the 2 extra points, although one was successful.
Right.
You wouldn't expect them to try a field goal from a far hash mark.
First and goal at the 7. Back split behind Harris. He hands to Scott off the left side. He's hit, spins through it, drives down near the goal line and in for the touchdown. They pushed him all the way back to the 5-yard line, but he never went down and got across the goal line for the touchdown. So Scott scores his 2nd touchdown of the game, the 7th of the season, and Middle Township has a 19-10 lead.
Boy, he's a big, strong kid, Tom. We said it before. He keeps his feet moving. That time he's had a little spin there and shed a tackler. He is very, very tough to stop. You're not stopping him with one guy, even 2 at this point. He's just, right up the middle and bouncing off guys.
So Middle Township comes back and scores a couple of touchdowns after Ocean City takes a 10-7 lead. And they're going to go for 2 here. They have 3 2-point conversions. Bland has 2 of them. And a whistle.
Time.
Wow. So they're going to have to go from a little further away.
Yeah, well.
Delay of the game penalty.
On an extra point, that's amazing. I mean, you had to figure, from a coaching standpoint, you're not going to try to kick. You got to get back to that 7-point. So you're going for 2.
Harris in the shotgun. Knee-high snap, rolling to his right, stops, fires over the middle, and open in the back of the end zone for the 2-point conversion. That was Freeman.
Wow. Threw the ball from the 20-yard line to a wide-open receiver in the back of the end zone on a 2-point conversion. So Middle Township with a 21-10 lead here and 2 pretty impressive drives for touchdowns, as you said, after the Raiders had taken that 10-7 lead. They're going to get another opportunity. Still 4.5 minutes left here in the first half. And they'll get another opportunity on offense to try to close this gap down a little bit more. But those 2 touchdown drives are heartbreakers.
Boardwalk Honda Game of the Week produced by Prime Events on WPG, Talk Radio 104.1 and 1450 AM. Check out their online inventory at boardwalkhonda.com. Are you hungry for melt-in-your-mouth pot roast or meatloaf just like Mom used to make? Well, then after the game, head on over to your Egg Harbor Township Golden Corral. They've got all your home-style favorites, from fried chicken and mashed potatoes to oven-fresh yeast rolls and a chocolate wonderful. Plus, they serve breakfast all day, and butterfly shrimp and prime rib is on the menu every weekend. You'll find it all at Golden Corral, 6725 Black Horse Pike in Egg Harbor Township, right in front of Boscov's. Here's a kickoff, another ground ball. And this, once again, down he goes. Same guy.
I think it is 64, Tom.
Yeah, I think you're right. So that was C.J. Roberts, who says, I'm not a kick returner. I'm going down. And
don't be surprised next time if you see Ocean City put somebody in that position like Robertson or somebody like that.
Ocean City will start on its own 34-yard line. First and 10. Donahue alone in the backfield. Gets the snap. He's going to run. There's room up the middle. He's got good yardage, dives, and may have the first down. He does, out across the 45-yard line.
Yep. Good pickup. Wasn't even a quarterback draw. It was just a straight run out of the shotgun, the wildcat, whatever. That would be a Tim Tebow type play. Oh, no, that's right. He's playing baseball now. They're right to the line of scrimmage. Clock is moving. No, clock is stopped. Now it's moving.
Another touchdown for Andy at Absegami. They lead Triton 27-0. Robertson is in the backfield with Donahue and gets the ball straight up the middle. He drives to the 50 and down to the 49 of Middle Township for a gain of about 5.
Matt Harris makes the tackle, the quarterback. Also plays defensive back, one of the 2 safeties.
Atlantic City Electric scoreboard, the Vikings now lead Williamstown 19-7, and Bridgeton leads Mainland 18-0.
Vikings have missed the last couple extra points as well.
2nd and 5. Pump fake. Down the right side. And it's caught at the 20-yard line by Luciano Lebrano. And it's a first down for Ocean City.
Boy, I really like the way he floated the ball down there. I mean, he wasn't going to throw it, and Lubrano wasn't going to catch it and, run with it, catch it on the run, so to speak. But just real nice touch that time to get the ball over the defense right to him.
Robertson in the backfield. The ball is snapped. They weren't ready, and Donahue takes no chances, falls on it, but they lose almost 10 yards on the play.
Well, sometimes somebody moves before the snap. That time the snap moved before everybody.
Came back on the ground, and St. Augustine has scored again. They lead Holy Spirit 20-0 on the Atlantic City Electric scoreboard. So now it's 2nd down. They're trying to get the guy on the sideline to change it from 1st down to 2nd down. Now they made it 3rd down. Oh, here we go. Ball just inside the Middle Township 30. Call it the 29-yard line. 2nd down and about 19 yards to go. Donahue waits for the snap. Gets it. He pump fakes, gets away from the pressure, and makes a completion out to Lebrano. And Lebrano gets it back to the original line of scrimmage, just outside the 20-yard line.
Boy, Donahue really made that play exciting. It looked like he was going to be taken down for a loss and had the sense to be able to see Lebrano downfield and then get the ball to him.
Yeah, really good athletic play.
Yep. And they get out of bounds.
3rd and about 11. 2:39 left in the first half. Single back in the backfield. Robertson, they move him to the left side. Donahue back to throw. Looks, fires across the middle, and it's too high for Benvenuti. And incomplete, so it'll be 4th down. And about 11 or 12 yards to go for Ocean City.
Yeah, the ball just sailed on him that time. He had Benvenuti running a post pattern. Just kind of threw it a little behind him, but way over his head. It's going to be an interesting call here.
Ocean City changes some personnel. They send Nick Williams in. And also into the game is Anthony Kenny. And all alone in the backfield is Donahue. 3 receivers to the left, 2 to the right. Timeout. Ocean City calls timeout. They still have one more, we think. 2:34 left, first half. Middle Township's on top here, 21-10. It's known all over the Delaware Valley. Johnson's Popcorn on the Ocean City Boardwalk, specializing in their delicious caramel corn. You can get Johnson's Popcorn in individual servings all the way up to 3.5-gallon tins. Look for them in your favorite food market or party store. Johnson's Popcorn, 1368 Boardwalk in Ocean City. Phone 1-800-842-2676 and have your popcorn shipped to you. They're also online at johnsonspopcorn.com. Johnson's Popcorn since 1940. This is homecoming at Ocean City. We'll have the homecoming ceremonies for you. And also, don't forget, the Ocean City Boardwalk Making Strides Walk is Sunday. Benefit breast cancer. Here we go. 4th and 12. Donahue takes the snap, fires. Wide open is Lebrano for the touchdown. So that timeout paid off.
Wow. Can't believe how wide open he was. And they ran another receiver on a cross pattern, and I don't know if the defenders got mixed up or somebody got picked or something like that, but he ran that post pattern, and he was wide open. And it wasn't like they were thinking he might run. I mean, they had to be thinking pass. So
First touchdown for Luciano Lebrano. Only caught a pass or 2 in the first 4 games. He's caught 3 in the last minute. And Ocean City's going to go for 2. They trail 21-16. Fake by Donahue, rolls right, fires in the end zone. It's good for 2. Shallcross makes a catch for the 2-point conversion, and Ocean City now trails 21-18.
Well, that's a good idea there, Tom. You go for 2, you're a field goal away instead of you have to score a touchdown. So, and a well-thrown pass, and we said before, I think Shallcross probably has as good a hands, if not the best hands on the team, catching that hard throw.
As we said earlier, he has caught more passes coming into this weekend than any receiver at a Cape Atlantic League school. 15 catches. Domino's is in Ocean City, right in the center of town at 9th and Asbury. You can call for a delivery at 788-3888. They have great pizza at Domino's, but so much more. Their menu includes oven-baked sandwiches, wings, and boneless chicken, stuffed cheesy breads, and delicious pasta. You can complete your meal with Domino's marbled cookie brownie. They also have the chocolate lava crunch cake or their famous Cinnasticks. Your Domino's order is custom-made and delivered oven fresh to your door. Visit them, 9th and Asbury in Ocean City, 788-3888 for delivery. Domino's open well after midnight. So Ocean City's going to kick off here, down by 3. A couple minutes to go until halftime. St. Augustine kind of pulling away a little bit from Holy Spirit in their game. It's 20-0 on the Atlantic City Electric scoreboard. And Bridgeton is shutting out Mainland. And we're about ready for the kickoff. Catanoso approaches and booms it. Gets it down to about the 12-yard line. And it's Bland returning. Tries to go right. Cuts back, and he's pulled down. And the Ocean City player who made the tackle is still down. He kind of grabbed him in an awkward position. And looks like he's trying to get up, but they usually tell you if there's a little something wrong, stay down.
Right.
So they're going to start on their own 22-yard line, Middle Township.
You know, speaking of players going down, time to still see Dan Walsh sitting down here on the end of the bench all by himself. And, you know, for the last several minutes, different guys have come over and kind of consoled him in some way, shape, or form. And a couple of the coaches the same. So I don't think you're going to see him the rest of this football game.
He got to his feet early when he came to the sidelines, but they weren't satisfied with what he could do. So he has been down ever since on the bench. Middle Township on top here, 21-18. Panthers, as we said at the start of the broadcast, very much in the Group 2 picture. Even if they don't win this game, they still have a good shot at getting into the Group 2 playoffs. They've only times, 2 of them under Frank Rigitano. And Ocean City needs to win about 3 in a row, but they could get into the Group 3 picture. So it's an important game for both of these teams. And he's up on his feet. He's going to get some help, too.
Boy, it's a game of attrition here.
Ocean City just scored. Looks like it's Anthony Kenny.
And he's light enough they can lift him. He doesn't have to walk at all.
Yeah, they just heard you. They just picked him up. So Anthony Kenny and Dan Walsh may be out of action here. We'll see. Kenny puts he's not putting any weight on him.
He wants to.
They just got tired of carrying him. So they're holding him under the shoulders. Okay, Middle Township, 1st and 10, own 22-yard line. They lead by 3. The handoff is to Scott off the right side, and there's room down the right side. He's got close to the first down. That was Bland, actually, on that carry.
Lashley makes the tackle, and I'll tell you what, he was the only one left to make that tackle. And now, even though the Raiders have left a lot of time left on this clock, Middle Township with no timeouts, but just inside 2 minutes.
They're out to their own 31, second and about a yard. They hand the ball out, coming this way to Freeman. He cuts it back nicely. He's hit, but falls to about the 39-yard line for first down.
He holds that ball, Tom, out away from him sometimes, and I don't know if he was the one who fumbled those previous 2 times, but That's kind of a precarious way to carry that football.
1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. Clock is running, a minute and a half to go in the first half. Middle with the ball, they're up 3. Harris under center. Play action, rolling to his right. Sets, fires downfield, wide open at the 41-yard line. Dancing around is Bland, and he gets about another 2-3 yards. But a first down for Middle Township in Ocean City territory.
Yeah, I think the Raiders have to be a little more cognizant of the pass here. Of course, Middle's, these guys are quick enough. They can score from anywhere. But, we're coming up on a minute to play here, and they're moving the football. And they just wasted it down there, I think.
Spiked
the ball. Yeah. That's kind of a surprise to me. I mean, you got plenty of time, and you got plenty of weapons. I know you have no timeouts, but like I said, you just wasted it down there.
So it's 2nd and 10. The ball's on the Ocean City 36-yard line. We've got a minute 9 seconds left. Middle out of the huddle. Slot to the right, receiver to the left. Bland's in motion. Harris, deep drop. It's a screen pass over the middle to Scott. And Scott's got the first down, still running at the 25 down to the 21 or 22-yard line.
And tackled down there around the ankles by Brandon Lashley.
Harris spikes the ball, so it'll be 2nd and 10. 22-yard line with 56 seconds left in the first half.
And Ocean City gets a stop here. They get some momentum between the touchdown and a defensive stop, but obviously Middle's thinking the same thing.
That's a halftime score on the Atlantic City Electric scoreboard. St. Augustine 20, Holy Spirit nothing. The field goal, Atlantic City leads 19-10 at the half. Harris in the shotgun. Back to his right. Scott takes the snap. Back to throw. Gets a rush, gets a block. He scrambles down the right side. He's scrambling toward the sideline, and he is out of bounds with a first down inside the 15, possibly the 10.
Smart quarterback. Didn't see anything. Saw some room to run. He's got good speed, got to the sideline, and knew he wanted to get out of bounds to stop the clock because, again, they have no timeouts.
It's on the 9, 1st and goal. 47 seconds left. As you said, no timeout, so they'll either throw the ball or get out of bounds in as many places as they can.
They have Kenny lying down here on the table with his knee propped up on his football helmet.
Under center, Harris takes the snap, gives to Bland going right. Bland quickly cuts it down the right sideline, and he is in for the touchdown. Wait a minute. That was not an official. That was a Middle Township lineman that signaled that.
And the clock is running.
So it's 2nd and goal at about the 1-yard line. Harris under center. And he spiked the ball.
Yeah, I don't get it. Why wouldn't you just even quarterback sneak? You're on the 1-yard line.
I think there's a penalty here.
23 seconds. That probably stopped the clock on the spike. But
no penalty.
Why would, I don't know. I mean, you're on the 1 or the half yard line, less than a half a yard. I mean, at least trying to move forward with a quarterback sneak. Of course, that doesn't stop the clock, but you still got plenty of time.
Harris under center. Whistle. Ocean City timeout. They've got one more, might as well use it. So Ocean City calls their final timeout of the first half. Middle Township's already out of timeouts. Panthers lead at 21-18, 23 seconds left in the half, and they're at the Ocean City 1-yard line. The Boardwalk Game of the Week, produced by Prime Events on WPG Talk Radio 104.1 and 1450 AM. Brian Carroll and their professional staff waiting to serve you at Boardwalk Acura, Hilton Road in Egg Harbor Township. Storage Inn is a family-owned business started more than 3 decades ago. They're at 9th Street, West Avenue, Ocean City. They have over 40 different sizes to meet all your storage needs, both personal and commercial. Open 7 days a week with 24-hour, 7-day security. Call 609-391-1416 for Storage Inn, also located in Egg Harbor Township, or visit storageinn.net. Storage Inn of EHT and Ocean City.
You got to think, Tom, that Middle would call 2 plays in case they don't get in here. Then they don't have to spike the ball on 3rd down, because that would be 4th down, spiking the ball. And they only got 23 seconds to go here.
Harris under center. Takes the snap. Scott hits the line. And he is in for the touchdown, is he?
One of their players signaled it. I don't see an official signal it yet. And the clock's down to 17 seconds and running.
He did not get in. He did not get in. Harris under center. They hit the right side. And he is in. He is in. A delayed call by the officials. They took their time before signaling it, but he gets in with 5 seconds left in the first half.
Yeah, I'm not so sure he got in on the initial surge, but the guys on his team were able to push him across the line. You see that a lot now. You know, I don't think it's a penalty anymore that, aiding and abetting the runner or whatever. But, you can't do it in high school?
No, you can't.
Then that would be the call then, because that's exactly what they did. I don't think he penetrated the goal line there.
So the penalty is against Middle Township. It moves the ball back to the 5, just outside the 5. But they can't stop the clock. They're in the huddle, and the clock runs out. So the half ends with an unusual defensive stand by Ocean City. Now, wait a minute. The officials are waving stop the clock here.
Yeah, there's...
Frank Rigitano is on the field.
Yeah, it's going to be 4th down, I think. Or if there's going to be one more play here, right? Because they're going to, even if they take the play, it's 4th down.
Kevin Smith comes out on the field asking for an explanation.
It's just really a bizarre ending to the half.
There's no time on the clock, but there was 5 seconds. They started the clock as soon as they set the ball, and it ran out. The Middle Township was still in the huddle, and now they're signaling something. But it's going to be Middle Township ball. They're on the Ocean City 5, and it's 4th and goal. Harris comes up under center. Scott behind him, puts a man in motion. Harris keeps it, rolling to his right. He's chased, he fires into the end zone.
Yeah, I don't know, was he in bounds? He caught the ball, but was he in bounds?
Now they signal touchdown. Middle Township linemen were signaling touchdown, but nothing from the officials, but they have signaled it now. So it's a 5-yard touchdown pass. And Middle Township takes the 27-18 lead.
Yeah, what a change of fortunes there for these two teams. Ocean City really did a nice job keeping Harris out of the end zone on that quarterback sneak from the half-yard line. The penalty, of course, gives them another play, although they would have had another play anyway. And I'm sure they would have been able to get it off in the 20 seconds that were left. Couldn't see if the ball was caught inbounds or not. It took the official a long time to signal touchdown.
They go for 2. Harris under center. Bland in motion. Harris rolling right. Fires into the end zone. 2-point conversion. Looks like Zarfati makes the catch for the 2-point conversion. So it's 29-18. Township at the half.
Wow.
A high-scoring game. You want to hope you took the over here.
It's like I said, everybody on the red and white side is all excited stopping Harris inside the 1 yard line, and then of course fortunes change. Harris makes a nice play around the outside, and it really is a change of fortune.
Ocean City High School band will perform here at halftime, and then they'll take over with the ceremonies of the homecoming queens and candidates, and we'll have that introduction of the candidates and announcement of the winner for you when they get to that point. The Boardwalk Honda Game of the Week, produced by Prime Events on WPG Talk Radio 104.1 and 1450 AM. Connect with Brian Brummel and the sales staff at Boardwalk Honda on Facebook. Car Caress is growing. Since 1981, the Truff and Coggins families have offered the best in car care at 1231 38 Haven Avenue in Ocean City. Now there's Car Caress 2 at 100 Stagecoach Road in Marmora behind ShopRite. At Car Caress, they'll hand wash your both the interior and exterior. At Car Caress 2, they have an automatic car wash, self-service bays, and vacuum. So look for Car Caress behind the CVS there, just off of 16th Street in Ocean City. Phone for an appointment at 609-398-8482. They also offer free pickup and delivery. Car Caress, something special for your vehicle at a price that fits your budget. A lot of action going on around all the 6 o'clock games are around halftime, and the 7 o'clock games are kind of just in the first quarter. What do we got?
We got Bridgeton leading Mainland at last report 18-0. As we said, both of those two teams
20-0. Actually, they got the 2-point conversion.
Okay, 20-0. Bridgeton and Mainland both looking for their first win. On the other side of the coin, St. Augustine leads Holy Spirit 20-0. Both of those two teams undefeated at this point. Absegami with a strong first half offensively. They lead Triton 27-0. Atlantic City ahead of Williamstown 19-10. As you said, Atlantic City still with a shot at that Group 4 playoff picture.
Group 5, excuse me. Millville leads Hamilton, too. Just came in on the Atlantic City Electric scoreboard. That's a 7 o'clock game. It's 6-0. That's the one thing. The way they set up the schedules in the West Jersey Football League, you play conference games one week, or division, I should say, and then the next week you play a lot of crossovers, so there's a lot more games.
Yeah, and I just think it's confusing. Some of the games start at 6, some of the games start at 7. I think they ought to just all start at the same time. That ought to be...
Well, that was the decision of the Cape Atlantic League athletics directors. They wanted to start their games at 6. They're the only ones that do. Every other school in the West Jersey Football League starts at 7, except, of course, for the ones that don't have lights. Here's another one on the Atlantic City Electric scoreboard. Clearview has scored and leads Vineland 7-0.
It'll be an interesting contest. Vineland is ranked number 25. Clearview has a loss. Vineland undefeated, but as we've said in the past, they have played 4 teams in their first 4 wins that I think are all still looking for their first win.
They're 1-17.
Okay, well,
yeah.
So somebody won a game, but again, Clearview 3-1, looking to give Vineland their first loss.
Also in the first quarter on the Atlantic City Electric scoreboard, Washington Township 8, Egg Harbor Township 7.
Egg Harbor Township looking for their first win.
Yep.
So a lot of teams with goose eggs, one side or the other. Always better to have that number, that goose egg, as the second number.
Yeah.
Interstate Batteries of Egg Harbor Township has been providing South Jersey with outrageous dependability for over 26 years with over 1 million battery sales. They not only have a battery for your car, but for your boat, your RV, your motorcycle, ATV, truck, golf cart, or power chair. Interstate Batteries, America's #1 replacement battery, is located at 6064 Riga Avenue in Egg Harbor Township. They're open Monday through Friday from 8 a.m. to 6 p.m. and Saturday from 9 to 2. If you need a battery, you'll find it at Interstate Batteries. Interstate Batteries, outrageously dependable. And Boardwalk Acura invites you to check out their always line inventory, ideal for doing research from the comfort of your own home or office. When you found the Acura model you like, visit Boardwalk Acura, 6806 Tilton Road in Egg Harbor Township, and take a test drive. The service you'll receive is a cut above. Brian, Carol, and their sales staff is professional yet highly approachable. You'll quickly understand why Boardwalk Acura has such an expansive base of loyal customers. Boardwalk Acura, call toll-free at 888-790-6723.
Ocean City High School Band performing here at halftime. Those multicolored flags and the flag squad across the front. Let's recap the first half. Sean Scott scored on a 2-yard run for Middle Township. They led 7-0. Kevin Catanoso hit a 24-yard field goal for Ocean City to make it 7-3. And then the Raiders took the lead on a 79-yard play. Andrew Donahue to Isaac Robertson, who did most of the running. It was a short pass to make it 10-7. Then Matt Harris scored, the quarterback for Middle Township, from 10 yards out, and Scott scored again from 7 yards out. It became 21-10, excuse me. Ocean City scored again on a 22-yard pass on 4th down from Donahue to Luciano Lebrano, and that made it 21-18. And then with no time on the clock, Harris threw a touchdown pass, and it was 29-18 at the half.
And as we said, one of the two teams was going to gain some real momentum, Tom, going into the locker room at halftime. I think it turned out to be Middle Township. It was almost Ocean City, and then, they get that last play from the 5-yard line, which, they're a good offensive football team, and they've shown it here in the first half with 29 points. Ocean City's responded pretty well, but a field goal and a couple of touchdowns to keep the game close, but still trail 29-18.
Now, as we said, it's homecoming here for Ocean City. If you're watching this, or if you can watch it, we'll have video, good video coverage of the homecoming candidates as they're introduced on the sideline, as they'll select a homecoming queen. I wonder where that all started. I mean, the idea of homecoming is that the alumni encourage them to come home on that particular weekend, but
always used to be Thanksgiving. You would.
That's what it is. Holy Spirit and Atlantic City both do their homecoming on Thanksgiving, whether they're home or away.
I used to think that it was, it could be a market to try to get more fans to a homecoming game that wouldn't ordinarily come, because everybody's going to come on Thanksgiving anyway.
And they had a dance. They have a dance, and I guess they have that tomorrow night.
To announce the 2016
Here's John Bruno.
Court.
Well, he's not ready yet. But it's homecoming, and around this time of year, you run into them a lot. Because obviously every school has one.
Right. And they can't all have it on the same day because half of them are playing on the road.
Correct.
Although it would make it easier.
They used to have convertibles here, and they'd ride around the track on them, and I think they might even have put floats. I think they used to do floats, and then they'd keep the floats together and put them in the Halloween parade, too.
Years ago. Absolutely. Because that was part of always a class project here. Class, I don't mean classy, because the floats weren't always classy, but they were.
No, I understand. And those were the days too when Phil Turner had that big float business, so they probably were able to borrow float beds.
Yeah, borrow the float beds and then borrow whatever else they could, borrow in quotation marks, I think, from around town to put on the float, whether it be pumpkins. I remember a lot of nice side float one year.
Yeah.
Came from somewhere. Hopefully it got back to where it belonged.
Yeah, I guess they did whatever they could to get.
And it was a nice, I don't know, not a team building exercise per se, but a nice
it's a good activity.
Camaraderie type thing for the kids.
Sure.
15, 16-year-old kids,
My pleasure
17.
to announce the 2016 homecoming court.
Here's John Bruno.
First we have Tasvia Chowdhury, escorted by her close friends Brielle Hammerstein, and Maxine Harkins. Her activities include dance, ASL Performance Club, and enjoys to read. Her future plans are to become an English teacher at the high school level. Tasfiya Chowdhury. Next we have up is Madison Campare. Her escort is her brother, Campare. Her activities include softball, the SAD Club, and peer-to-peer club. Her plans are to attend college, get her master's degree in business, and work as a successful businesswoman, get married, have children, and attend as many sporting events as possible. Madison Campare. Next contestant, Crystal Holt, escorted by her brother, Jack Holt. Her activities include softball, winter track, Italian club, working out at the gym, and working with her parents. She hopes to attend college to become an ophthalmologist. Crystal Holt. Next contestant is Victoria McHugh, escorted by her little brother, Colin McHugh. Her activities include class council, dance, the yearbook, and hanging out with her dog. Her future plans include becoming an education major in college. Victoria McHugh. Next contestant, Abby O'Boyle. Escort is her father, Steve O'Boyle. Her activities include Best Buddies, the C Club, and the Stop Club. She hopes to go to Stockton and become a pediatric psychiatric nurse or an orthopedic therapist. That's Abby O'Boyle. Devin Robb, escorted by her father, Scott Robb, is president of the Leadership Club, Ocean City Youth Ministry as a youth group leader, 15 years of dance. She hopes to attend the University of Scranton for a 5-year master's program in occupational therapy. Devin Robb. And our final contestant is Brittany Stein, escorted by her dad, Harry Stein. Her activities include Ocean City field hockey, 2-year captain of the Ocean City lacrosse team, a member of DECA, Red and White Knight, senior leader. Her future plans include opening a restaurant after attending culinary school and coach. These are our 2016 homecoming contestants. Let's have a big round of applause for all the young ladies. It is my distinct pleasure to announce to you tonight that the 2016 homecoming queen is Brittany Stein. Congratulations to Brittany and all the others. On hand, we have Maria Farnan, last year's first runner-up. Sophia Talise wasn't able to make it. She was in California. So we thank Maria for stepping in for Sophia to present Brittany Stein with the homecoming crown. Congratulations to all the girls for a job well done.
So there you have it. The Ocean City homecoming ceremonies. Brittany Stein. I don't think, they didn't announce any runners-up, but Brittany Stein is the homecoming queen for Ocean City. And Ocean City's own Burt Parks doing the introductions. As I don't know how, I mean, we're guessing this is probably 85 years they've been having homecoming queens and so forth at Ocean City and other schools. So it's Brittany Stein is part of that the field hockey team.
Is that right? Mm-hmm. You could check with Jim Schaefer. I'm sure he was around for the first homecoming. Although Mainland wasn't around 85 years ago.
No. Ocean City was, though.
There is about 6 minutes left here on the clock as we await the teams to come back out after halftime. The Brownos caught a couple nice passes tonight, Tom.
Yes, he had
Dropped a few this year, but he
had a good preseason, and he had one catch, I think, earlier in the year, but he hasn't had too many opportunities, and they had 3 catches probably within a minute, including a touchdown.
And Kevin Cantanosa is out here, as he usually is, at halftime, practicing from various field goal-related spots.
He works at it. There's no doubt about it. We should mention, by the way, that Ocean City defeated Middle Township 2-1 in boys soccer earlier today. That ties the two teams for first place in the National Conference of the Cape Atlantic League. They each beat each other 2-1. And how about that field hockey team that the homecoming queen is part of? 13-1.
Well,
the only loss is to the third best team in the state, which is a nationally ranked team, and then they beat the second best, highest ranked team in the state right here on this field.
And
Eastern's coming up.
They've won the Cape Atlantic League championship for the 20th year in a row.
Yeah,
something like that.
Yeah. And the boys cross country team too has won 10 straight conference championships. They won 80 consecutive cross country meets, and their original coach is sitting right to my left. Actually, coach is probably the wrong word. Moderator or observer or escort or chaperone.
Yeah, I mean, I was.
They needed a faculty member, and it wasn't. Was it really a team, or is it just a club?
I don't remember if it was a club. I think it was a club. I don't think it was a team. But they were definitely going out and running against other teams. But, I mean, I remember it vividly. I was a new teacher, and, you always ask the new teachers to do stuff because they usually say yes because they're young and energetic, and they want to, do things with the kids and for the kids. And I remember it was Frank Richardson, actually, who came to me one day in school and said, hey, would you like to come out and be cross-country? So I don't know if he said cross-country coach or whatever he said. And I said, Frank, I don't know anything about cross-country. And he said, you don't really have to. We kind of pretty much can do it ourselves and coach ourselves. We just need somebody to be on the bus with us and go to the meets with us and be our, our chaperone. Or I forget the term that was used, but I sure wasn't a coach. That would be one of the biggest stretches since. I mean, I rode the bus. They even had to show me who to give the tongue depressors to, and for who finished where. And I knew nothing at the beginning, but. It was fun, and I felt like
it led to this.
Helped the kids out. They were good.
It led to this. 10 straight conference champions, 80 straight wins. Matt Purdue what is his record? 83-1, something like that.
I don't know, but I kid them all the time, and it's. To me, you coach cross country now. Obviously, you run with the kids, you train with them. So I was just kidding, but it's kind of like, okay, guys, see you when you get back.
Yeah, And in some cases, it is.
Yeah.
Egg Harbor Township has scored on the Atlantic City Electric scoreboard. They lead Washington Township 14-8. Vineland and Clearview are tied at 7. One of them anyway. No, I guess they're both 7 o'clock games.
I'm sorry, Tom. Who was 14-8? Egg Harbor Township?
Egg Harbor Township leads 14-8. Holy Spirit. Bill Laconey reports that Holy Spirit has taken the field with a bagpipe player leading the way.
Yeah, well, can he score 20 points?
Absegami has scored again, an interception return by Chris Dolan, and they lead Triton 34-0.
Coming off that win last week as well.
Important game in South Jersey. Camden Catholic leads Shawnee 7-0. Both are undefeated. And this is the time of year when things start to really shape up. You start to find out, are teams really good, or did they just have a soft schedule to start? You start to get a feel for who's going to do what in the playoffs, who's going to make it, who's not. So it starts to shape up. And there's only a couple more weeks left, I guess 3, before we get to the NJSI deadline. Once this season starts, it moves along.
Boy, you're not kidding.
Vineland has scored again. They take the lead over Clearview after trailing 7-0. They've taken a 13-7 lead. Vineland is undefeated, and as Bud alluded to, there's some people that are interested to see them play Clearview, some better teams, to see how they do. But they look like, based on their schedule coming up and everything, that they could qualify for the playoffs.
Well, that'll be the first time in a long time.
2003, I believe. And here's another game from outside the area of two good teams. Timber Creek, the number one team in South Jersey, leads Camden 14-0. Camden, of course, beat Cedar Creek, their only loss of the season. But here, it's 29-18, Middle Township leading Ocean City. And last week, Reggie Jean Charles scored 6 touchdowns, remember?
Yes.
And tied a Cape Atlantic League record that 5 or 6 other people had done. Well, Freak Andes just scored his 5th. And Absegami leads Triton 41-0. But that might be in the second half, so the clock might be running. Here's a rundown on the progress. Atlantic City leads Williamstown 19-18. Millville leads Hamilton 6-0. EHT, as we said, take the lead over Washington Township 13-8 as things continue to develop here. Williamstown, in fact, has just scored, as we say this, and now trails Atlantic City 19-18.
Right.
And tomorrow, Buno goes out to Egg Harbor City, and they play against Cedar Creek at 1 o'clock. Oh, and by the way, Penn State is taking a week off here on WPG 104.1. They play Ohio State at home at Beaver Stadium next Saturday night. But on our sister station, 97.3 ESPN, Rutgers will be hosting Illinois. And you'll hear all the action tomorrow, 97.3 ESPN, starting at noon.
Looks like we're going to get ready to go here, Tom.
Ocean City will get the football.
I don't see Kenny or Walsh. They're not seated on the bench, but I got to doubt that either one of them is going to be back in this football game. I don't even know if they're standing anywhere on the sideline. Two big losses on defense.
Ocean City with hands people up front. Liam Bergman among them, because he's been kicking ground balls. They're all waiting for the referee. Always takes these guys forever to blow that whistle. Here we go. Here's the kick, and it is another ground ball. Oh, and it's loose. They're scrambling for it inside the 35. Looks like Ocean City's covered it. So the Raiders will start on about their own 33-yard line.
So it's like a 25-yard onside kick, the way that ball bounces around like that. It could have been either catastrophic or a wonderful opportunity, depending on which side of the field you're on.
All right.
We usually say, you got to come out here and establish something in the second half, especially if you trail in the football game, and that's what Ocean City does right now.
29-18. Donahue back to his right. Receiver to the left, wing back on the left side, and the slot to the right. Donahue has it. Little scoop pass. And it's out across the 40 to about the 41-yard line.
Yeah, they've used that play a few times.
That was Matt Lashley, who made a great catch in the first quarter. Not on that play, on a downfield pass.
Yeah, that was tipped.
Mm-hmm. Second down, less than 4 for Ocean City. They've been effective passing the ball here in this game. Of course, Donahue, as we said, leads the Cape Atlantic League in completions and attempts. This time it's Robertson. Drives straight ahead, picks up a yard or two. He's going to be close, probably a yard short, though.
Yeah, they have not had a lot of success running the football, but, obviously they've had some success throwing it.
Third and less than a yard. Bergman comes into the game. He'll be in the backfield. Donahue goes up, tells the line the play. He's got a slot to the left, wing back on the right side. It's Bergman straight ahead. He's hit behind the line of scrimmage and stopped. Good penetration by Middle Township. And it's going to be about a yard and a half to go.
Yep.
4th down.
I don't know. It's a tough call. I'd be surprised if they go for it here.
Andrew Donahue, a very successful punter so far this year. And he's going back into punt formation. He's averaging 37.8 yards per punt. Kick 4 inside the 20. Middle Township sends one man back to about the 20-yard line. And it's a fake. It's a fake. And Ocean City's close, but looks to be short.
Boy, I tell you, what a great defensive play there by Lorenzo Notch.
They snapped it to Robertson. And being the dramatic athlete that he is, Donahue leaped in the air like he was trying to go after a high snap, but Robertson did not get there. They're going to measure, though.
Yeah, I mean, Notch just almost like he smelled that play out right away.
It's very close.
I was just going to say, having a quarterback as your punter opens up a lot of opportunities for fake punts, but that wasn't what I was thinking of.
Eric LeVay says first down.
Oh, how about that?
Correct. He is correct. They get the first down by an inch or so, and the Raiders keep the ball.
You know, it's funny. You look across the way, and it looked like they had to get across the 49-yard line for a first down. That's what I thought. It had to be closer. I'm sorry, the 44-yard line. And that ball's short of the 44-yard line. And why are they measuring twice?
I don't know, but now
how do they do that?
Middle Township. There's a Middle Township player, and it's Scott. He thinks they didn't get it, and now the officials they still are pointing that Ocean City has the ball.
Right. I thought they were just moving the ball. You know how they sometimes take the chain and move the ball over and hold the chain? Mm-hmm. But no, they were measuring a second time. How do you do that?
Well, maybe they weren't sure that it was fully extended because it was so close.
Well, then why did they signal first down?
I can't answer the question, but somebody probably said we might not have been fully extended. Anyway, Donahue with the ball. Fires. Downfield Lashley at the 40, at the 30, at the 20. And Matt Lashley has scored. A 56-yard touchdown pass from Donahue to Lashley. And
Ocean City's right back in this football game.
some good quickness by Matt Lashley. As we said, he made a great catch in the first quarter. And here he's wide open. Donahue finds him.
Got to go for 2 again to keep that 3-point differential.
Uh-huh. 2 backs in the backfield with Donahue. He fires a fade, and it's tipped and incomplete. Trying to get it to Shallcross, I think, on the left sideline, but it was tipped and incomplete. So it remains 29-24. Middle Township leading here with 9:43 remaining in the third quarter. You like the way they do business at the Thomas H. Heist Insurance Agency. They're coastal insurance specialists with over 35 years experience. Flood, boat, auto, life, health. They offer it all at the Heist Agency with convenient offices in Ocean City, Margate, Egg Harbor Township, Marmora, and Vineland. Phone 609-399-0453. You'll also find them online at heistagency.com. Remember Thomas H. Heist when you need insurance. So 3 touchdown passes for Andrew Donahue in this game. Now has 5 on the season. Record for a single game is 5 at Ocean City by Chris Curran against Cumberland in 2009.
This is, I thought this game would be a little bit more of a defensive struggle. Certainly not the case.
Vineland has jumped out on the Atlantic City Electric scoreboard, lead Clearview now 20-7. Here's the kick. It's a short little pooch, fair catch. And then his teammate wrestles with him for it at about the 39-yard line.
Well, that's the best you could hope for if you're Ocean City, is that those two guys would collide or, bump into each other and the ball would pop free.
Which it didn't, but
I guess there aren't a lot of teams anymore that want to see a kick return. There's a lot of speed.
Zeke Ennis of St. Augustine, interception and a touchdown. They now lead Holy Spirit 26-0. Okay, it's 1st and 10 at the 39 for Middle Township. Harris is under center. He hands the ball off to Scott, and Scott is met at the line of scrimmage. It almost looked like he was angry. He kind of bounced back at him, but he didn't gain any yardage. Nobody gave it. It's stopped at the line of scrimmage, 2nd and 10.
Well, he ran right into Chad DiDonna.
Yeah.
And Chad was pretty pumped up that he didn't give any ground. He kind of bounced back off him and then allowed some other players in there to make the tackle. And, hey, that's a couple big bodies coming into contact there.
Mainland scored. Atlantic City Electric scoreboard. They lead trail Bridgeton 20-7. Harris comes up under center, 2nd and a little more than 10. Back split behind him. So play action, rolling to his right, throws downfield, double coverage, incomplete. Flag. Flag comes out.
I think you're going to get offensive pass interference there. I won't be surprised if you do. Let's see. $5 too.
All right, Middle Township is now at the Ocean City 45-yard line. Which they lead in this game 29-24 in a wide open game.
Boy, it has.
Middle running the ball primarily. Ocean City passing the ball. Back to throw, Harris. He's throwing long down the middle, and it is caught inside the 25-yard line at the 22-yard line. That was Freeman.
What a great catch, Tom. That ball was high, and Freeman went up and got it and just really made a super, super catch over the middle on a post pattern.
It looked like he got up limping, but actually his shoe came loose, and he had to gesture and twist his ankle to get it back on. They're on the 21. Middle Township on the Ocean City 21-yard line. They lead at 29-24. Backs are split, and they hit the middle with Scott. Ocean City has not allowed him any yardage in the first 2 carries.
Yeah, they seem to be doing a better job inside right now on him, although, they've had some other weapons that have hurt them a little bit, and now Harris is starting to put the ball in the air. You alluded to it in the first quarter where they were almost exclusively running the football. And then, you alluded to about his prowess as a passer. We talked about how that may come later on after they set all this passes up with the run, and that seemed to be what happened.
2nd and 9. Harris on the sweep. Bland down the sideline. He's got the first down, but there's a flag on the play. Atlantic City has scored again on the Atlantic City Electric scoreboard. They lead Williamstown 25-17, and Pleasantville leading Wildwood 6-0. It's a penalty.
It's going to hold. Yeah, well, you would think. I mean, that flag was thrown by the referee from the backfield. offensive backfield. He threw it about 15 yards in the direction of the linemen who were leading that sweep. They've had a few holding calls, have the Panthers, that have really hurt them.
So they're back out to the 28-yard line. Second down, and about 16 or 17 yards to go. Harris under center, back split behind him. Quick drop, looking, fires down the middle, and it is caught, pops in the air. And this one's complete. And the player's hurt. Oh, well, maybe he's not. It's Freeman. He gets up just as the trainer gets there.
Well,
trainer tried to keep him down. He's gone to the sidelines, though.
Yeah, they got to take a look.
He's walking fine, but they want to check him out. So that's almost exactly the same play that happened earlier that was called a catch and a fumble.
Yeah, maybe he didn't have possession, and they ruled, I think it was Benvenuti did have possession, I guess, but it was pretty darn similar. It was, you know, maybe he took a step, maybe not, but what a hit.
So it'll be third down here and about 17 or 18 yards to go for Middle Township.
Yeah, that was a good hit too, right in the chest. You know, they do everything they can now to avoid that helmet-to-helmet contact.
All right, it's third down, as we said, about 17 yards to go. Harris is up under center, receiver to the left. He's a play action. He's rolling to the left. Sets. He fires deep into the end zone. Too long, incomplete. It'll be fourth down.
Well, I tell you, he's got a great arm, Tom. Threw the ball on the run, back across his body from the 35-yard line on a tight spiral into the back part of the end zone. So that
he threw it too far.
Yeah, that was impressive.
Millville now leading Hamilton 22-7 on the Atlantic City Electric scoreboard.
It's a funny score.
Yeah.
22.
I don't think Hamilton thinks so.
That's
.29-yard line. Harris in the shotgun. He rolls to the left. He fires. And it is intercepted at the 5-yard line. Across the 10, across the 20, and out to about the 32, 33-yard line.
bench. A couple of different players, one from each team, involved in a little extracurricular activity down there. I don't know if one or both of them are going to get something, but you can see a flag sitting there at the 48-yard line.
Trainers come out to that Middle Township player who's seated on the field. They've had some injury problems this year. They had 3 key starters, including one of their big linemen, missing in one of their games earlier this year. But there's been no signal yet from the officials. So we're just going to wait here and see what happens. Ocean City should have possession.
On now.
The officials have conferred. Now here's the signal. Unsportsmanlike conduct, Middle Township. Unsportsmanlike conduct, Ocean City. Personal foul, Ocean City.
Either C.J. Roberts or Tom Meehan
I think that might be Bland that's down in the seated position. We're about to get him up.
Well, when he stands up, we'll see how tall he is. We'll know if it's him or not.
Yeah, it's Bland. He's walking slowly. And Frank Rigatano is talking to the officials, which he's not supposed to do. And he's now leaving the field with him. So let's see what's going to happen here. It was 4th and 17. Pass was intercepted. And they haven't indicated yet, but I do think based on who's on the field, whether the penalty was after the 18-yard line.
I think whatever that penalty was.
So Ocean City down by 5 will start on their own 18 here with 6:42 left in the third quarter. Still not ready to go here yet. Now they're all out on the field. Donahue with a back in the backfield. Takes the snap, hands it off. Robertson bounces to the outside. Robertson has got the first down out across the 20 to the 22 or 23-yard line.
What a move he put on about 3-4 yards past the line of scrimmage. He just did a little juke step and stepped left so quickly to gain an extra 10 yards on the play. What a great move.
So that takes it out to the 33, which is where the ball was after the interception return prior to the penalty. Donahue, play action, rolling to the right. He's going to run the ball. He's looking for a block, but he couldn't get it, and he gains to about the 30.
26-pound senior defensive back who really kept from being blocked, if that's the right way to say it. He just fought that block off and really made a nice tackle, forced Donahue back inside.
2nd and 6. Donahue takes the snap, pump fakes, puts it up in the air for Lebrano, and it is incomplete. The defensive. And he's slow getting up.
Yeah, but he's got a cramp, and that was Zarfati again, I think. Try to get the ball because of the cramp that came about.
Well, he did touch it, though. He's on his feet, but he's having trouble putting weight on his left leg, which probably indicates he does have a cramp. But he still want to take that chance.
Yeah, almost.
He could have an injury, and he's walking.
Yeah, when he first went down,
he won't go out of the game. The officials are asking him to leave, and it doesn't look like he's going to do it. They got to take him out. He's not walking right.
You can bet that
if
they didn't take him out of the game, they throw in his direction on this play.
Yeah, here he goes. Didn't he catch a 2-point conversion here?
Yeah. So.
Yeah. All right. 3rd and about 6. Donahue waits the snap, has it back to his right, and Middle Township may have fired offside. We'll see if Ocean City moved. And when I say fired offside, they knocked that Ocean City lineman backwards. So a 5-yard penalty is against Middle Township.
Well, that changes the play call.
It's changed the personnel, too. So it becomes 3rd and a little more than a yard, almost 2 yards.
And instead of 3 receivers, or 3.
Receiver split to the left. Donahue gives the play to the lineman, and he's up under center. Takes a snap, keeps it himself, and drives out to the 45 for a first down.
Well, I tell you, it looked like he was going to scrimmage, and suddenly a hole opened up there for him, and he went forward about 2-3 yards.
Keep in mind, Andrew Donahue's 6'2", 191 pounds. He's not a small quarterback. He's probably more like a big shortstop.
Could always tell when Al Gens was going to run a quarterback sneak, and he would always go to the left side.
Now, unsportsmanlike conduct against.
This is not good. They need to get the kids together, the coaches together, and say, hey, look, enough's enough.
It's a first down, though, across the 45 to the 46-yard line. Middle Township was backing up. They didn't see the second penalty signal against Ocean City, and they were backing up thinking it was only against them.
That's the third offsetting unsportsmanlike conduct penalty.
First and 10. Raiders down 5. Takes a snap. Swings a pass out to the left side. It's Robertson down the left side, and he's close to the first down. We can't see exactly where he went out of bounds, but it was close to the yard gain. In fact, it looks like he got it.
You know, it almost seems to me, Tom, that after that late hit or whatever the call was against the Ocean City player and the two offsetting penalties down here with the extracurricular at the 48-yard line, that Ocean City's come to life a little bit more here as far as hitting.
Donahue waits the snap. He hands it off inside. Robertson sheds a couple of tackles, and he's down.
This has turned into a very hard-hitting football game. Not that they weren't hitting hard in the first half, but this has turned into a little something different here in the second half.
Robertson comes out. And alone in the backfield. Oh, no, Bergman will be in the backfield to the right of Donahue. It's Donahue gives it to Bergman. He's got room up the middle. He's horse-collared down around the 31-yard line, but it's a first down.
You know, they'd like to have Walsh in this football game as well, and Kenny. And again, I don't see either of them on the sideline, so I'm wondering if... for
that matter, they like to have Harry Feifel, too.
True.
You know, they had some key players missing. Feifel, of course, is out for the season.
He's carrying a clipboard, I think, here on the sidelines.
Very, very sharp guy. He'll be coach someday. He really understands the game and everything. Play action. Donahue rolling to his right. Pass caught at about the 20-yard line by Shallcross. And he looks like... Shallcross goes in motion right to left. Donahue takes the snap, gives the ball to Robertson, and Robertson gets... Shallcrosses, and there's been a lot of them that come through Ocean City. But the one thing about Doug Shallcross is he made 4 half-court shots and won 4 Johnson's popcorns to help out the Coaches versus Cancer and had plenty of popcorn. So
I've never seen Bill drop a camera.
That's true. Here's the snap. Donahue drops back. He's under pressure. Scrambles, finds Lashley. Lashley down the left side, dives inside the 5 to about the 2-yard line.
Boy, what a nice job. I actually thought that Donahue was throwing the ball away there. And, boy, he had Lashley streaking to that side to help him out. He came back a little bit. When your quarterback's in a little bit of trouble, that's what you do, come back.
But Matt Lashley is, too. That great run for a touchdown, that great catch over the middle, and then here. Ball goes to Robertson. Hits straight ahead. Officials say no. See if he comes up under center for a quarterback sneak again.
Well, you can never trust the kids because they always signal a touchdown.
Mm-hmm. In that particular case, though, the official put his one hand up in
been a game of attrition.
Both teams wear black pants, so unless you can see the shirt, yeah, I think he's from Middle Township. Yeah, it has been tough. It's been a physical game, and it's certainly not a night when you would have a lot of cramps. It's a cool night.
Yeah, these aren't cramps. I think these are hits from. These are guys going down because they're getting hit hard.
After 3 quarters, it's St. Augustine 34, Holy Spirit nothing on the Atlantic City Electric scoreboard. Battle of two 5-0 teams. St. Augustine ranked number 2 in South Jersey. They have been giving up points, especially in the air.
So does Holy Spirit drop from number 11, Tom? You
got to look at what all the other teams do, too. We'll find out tonight. You go to primeevents.net. Line 25 will be updated. Violence scores again, leads Clearview 34-14.
Wow.
So Violence starting to show people that they beat some teams that don't have good records, but they're doing okay here. This Clearview team is a decent team. Player still down. He's in the end zone. And another touchdown for St. Augustine. The clock's going to run now. They lead 41-0 over Holy Spirit with 7 minutes left.
I don't think anybody expected that, do you?
No. Well, I wouldn't have expected a shutout, above all. Holy Spirit has some weapons. They've got a good quarterback, a good receiver, and Reggie Jean Charles, who scored 6 times last week. And they score a lot of points. And as I said, St. Augustine has given up points this year, but they certainly are doing the job. Looks like Dave Bond is the guy that's down. 6'5", 257-pound senior, two-way lineman.
Oh, he's had a big game for them, too.
He's on his feet now, walking to the sideline. But he's walking. He's not getting any help, but he's limping a little bit. He doesn't look happy.
You wouldn't be happy either if you were that big and you were in a goal line defense and had to come out of the game.
Very competitive, very talented football player. Second and goal, Ocean City, just inside the Middle Township 1-yard line with a chance to take the lead with a touchdown. They got a wide slot to the right. Donahue is not under center. Takes the snap. No signal. Ocean City down.
Reminiscent of the goal line stand at the other end.
Mm-hmm. Ocean City looks to the sideline, gets the play. Some of them are still looking. It's a slot to the right. Donahue with Robertson to his left. Now he looks back to the sidelines again. Ocean City's going to call timeout. 2:18 left in the third quarter. Raiders call their first timeout of the second half. Both teams used all their timeouts. WPG Talk Radio 104.1 and 1450 AM. Boardwalk Acura is your trusted dealer for car loans, auto parts, and auto repair. Visit boardwalkacura.com. At Wiesenthal's Auto Service in Ocean City, their staff will repair your vehicle and prevent potential problems. Call them at 609-399-9741 to schedule an appointment. No matter where you live, it's worth a trip to Ocean City to keep your vehicle operating properly. Don, Glenn, the legendary Al, and Chris the Rockstar will handle all of your repairs. Wiesenthal's Auto Service, 9th and West, right in the center of Ocean City. So it's third down and goal inside the 1. Ocean City down by 5. Can take the lead with a touchdown. They've had 3 touchdown passes by Andrew Donahue to 3 different Robertson. and a field goal from Kevin Catanoso. So they got a slot to the right.
You almost think if you put Donahue under center, they would think quarterback sneak. Then you could run a different play.
And he is under center. He takes the snap. He bounces off to the left side, and he's in for the touchdown. The hole up the middle wasn't there, so immediately took a step to his left and goes in for the touchdown. And Ocean City takes the lead. .2:15 left. As the band strikes up. Good drive by Ocean City. Started on their own 18-yard line. And they're going to go for two again.
Well, I don't understand this because Middle's not going to kick a field goal.
I don't understand it either. Play action. Donahue sees running room for the two-point conversion. So, it worked. And Ocean City has a 3-point lead. 30. Ever since they introduced Brittany, Ocean City's been on fire.
That could have been it.
Ocean City Aquatic and Fitness Center has a newly renovated saltwater pool, strength and conditioning equipment, cardio. Creation online. Andrew Donahue, I'm just checking here, scored a touchdown last year and a touchdown the year before, so that's his third career touchdown, first of the season. And Ocean City has a 32-29 lead. I don't see Bland, unless that's him. Back deep. They're kicking it a little pooch kick, and it goes out of bounds. So, Middle Township will put it into play from the 35.
There are still some cramp issues. Tommy, here's one down here. One of the Ocean City players getting his leg worked on.
No, they're going to kick again. I take that back. It's an option of the receiving team. They are going to have Ocean City kick it again. So they'll kick from the 35-yard line now.
You could ask a lot of people if Ocean City scored 32 points tonight coming into this game, if you thought they'd win. I think you'd have got a lot of yeses.
Bland is out there. I think that's him deep at about the 15-yard line. No, I don't know. He looks a little tall for Bland.
I think it's number 6, Tom.
You might be right. Chris Rivera.
Yeah.
A transfer this year along with Freeman. This time it's a long kick, a high kick. And Rivera has it at the 15-yard line. Hesitates, looking for some place to go. He's doing too much stop and go, and he's finally stopped at the 31-yard line.
So they lose 4 yards on the...
instead of taking it to 35.
Taking it at the 35, which is a pretty darn nice place to start.
It is.
But I guess when you have guys like that who have that kind of speed, you just want to get a chance to get a return sometime.
Number one team in South Jersey is winning 35-0, and St. Augustine's winning 41-0. They're the number 2 team, and they're playing good teams. It's a shame they don't play.
Yeah.
1st and 10 from the 30, actually. They're going to put it on the 30. Harris under center. Middle Township down 3. They give the ball. Trying to run some room to Rivera, and Rivera gets it out to about the 35-yard line.
Yeah, this will be a big... I mean, we're only in the third quarter here with 1 minute and 50 seconds to go. But, this is a crucial time for both teams. I mean, the Raiders seem to have the momentum ever since that double penalty that I talked about before after the return down here. That they just really seem to be a little more fired up.
Atlantic City Electric scoreboard. Atlantic City's lead over Williamstown is now 25-23. Second and about 5. Harris in the shotgun. It's a snap. It's a pitch. Trying to get to the outside is Freeman. He's hit and brought down. Matt Lashley and Isaac Robertson both there, stopping him about 2 yards short of the first down.
I tell you, neither one of them wanted to avoid contact. That was, we know he's coming, and he's coming with full head of steam. Let's just hang in there, and they did. Nice tackle.
Millville leads Hamilton 22-14 on the Atlantic City Electric scoreboard. That's a halftime score.
So Hamilton has come back a little.
Here's another one. LS leading over Cape May 28-0. Elliott's not playing again for Oakrest.
Still no surprise there.
3rd and 2. Motion from Rivera. They hit with Scott, and he's got the first down. Pulls somebody out across the 45-yard line.
Guys who are quick and just downright fast. He's probably the strongest inside runner we've seen.
At the 46, the middle 46, the Panthers with the ball. 1st and 10. They trail by 3. Backs are split, and they're going to swing it to Rivera. And he's sweeping the right side. He's going to get close to the first down. He's driven out of bounds or close to the sideline at around the 45-yard line. We'll see if he got past the line to gain. Looks like he's right there.
Right as the quarter comes to an end.
3rd quarter ends at Cary Stadium with Ocean City on top, 32-29. The Boardwalk Honda Game of the Week, produced by Events on WPG Talk Radio 104.1 and 1450 AM. Check out their online inventory at Boardwalk Honda. Monday at 2, Sonny and Pearlie will perform the Great American Songbook. The next classic film night is Monday, October 24th at 6 o'clock. Office Space, starring Ron Livingston and Jennifer. Your cooking and computer skills. It's all free. Plus books, magazines, internet access, homework, and much more. The Ocean City Free Public Library, 18th and Simpson. Phone 609-399-2434. In fact, if you're having trouble getting your email on your phone, you probably got a course for that too at the Ocean City Free Public Library.
That's pretty funny. There's a lot of stuff said here back and forth that nobody gets but the two
Professor
of us.
Ulmer assigned to solve that problem.
I got a new phone. Unfortunately, you got to figure out how to work some of it. I came here thinking the young guys could do it, although Matt told me what needed to be done.
All right, here we go. Freeman in motion. They give to Scott off the left side. He drives for about 7 yards inside the 40 to about the 32-yard line.
There haven't been many plays where he didn't gain 5 yards or more.
Final score, Atlantic City Electric scoreboard, St. Augustine 41, Holy Spirit nothing.
Boy, after all the points they've scored this year, you would have thought that Holy Spirit would have scored something.
Yeah, that's the biggest surprise to me, that it was a shutout. And a one-sided shutout, too. 2nd and about 4. Harris hands the ball off to Freeman, sweeping, and he's going to get the first down. He did not step out of bounds, apparently, and he picks up a few more yards inside the 30.
And middle looking for a late hit out of tiptoeing along the sideline, and look from here at least.
It's a tough situation. These guys are coming full speed at a ball carrier. It's tough to stop. Some of them are blatant fouls, but I mean, I've always thought that was a difficult call to make. They got the first down. They're inside the 30-yard line.
It does take some discipline. It's like when you're chasing after a quarterback who's getting ready to throw the ball.
First and 10, and they go straight up with Scott. He's pushed backwards. Gains about 3 or 4 yards. Don't have a record here for combined first downs in a game, but Ocean City got 28 first downs. You did that game against Holy Cross, at Holy Cross. They had a high-powered team, too. I remember that game.
Wasn't Greg Lazinski one of the assistant coaches or something up there?
I don't think he was then. He was eventually.
And in.
Backs are split. And sweeping again is Freeman. And Freeman is close to the first down the left sideline, near the 20-yard line.
This has been a game of offense. Probably Ocean City has more than doubled Middle Township's passing yardage, and vice versa on the ground.
Ball's at the 21, about 2 yards short of the first down.
Middle may have tripled Ocean City's yardage on the ground, Tom. Although one Robertson had a big gainer.
Backs are split. Harris comes up under center. Takes the snap, hands it straight ahead. Nothing there for Scott. Tamed him. He got a nice gain on this possession, but for the most part, he's not ripping through there like he was in the first quarter. Here's a big play. 4th down and almost 2 yards to go on the 21-yard line of Ocean City. 9:20 left in the fourth quarter. Middle Township is down 3.
That might have been Alex Morales who made that hit over there. And if it is, he might be in the game more since Walsh is out.
He's made some good hits this year. So a lot of special team stuff, too. 2nd and a couple. Harris comes up under center. Backs are split. And timeout called by Middle Township. So they call their first time. By Prime Events on WPG Talk Radio 104.1 and 1450 AM. Brian Carroll and their professional staff waiting to serve you at Boardwalk Acura on Tilton Road in Egg Harbor Township. Vince Ionase, the certified public accountant in Northfield, concentrates in the following areas: individual and business taxation, tax resolution services, bookkeeping and payroll, and sales tax. Vince Ionase would like to wish all the players a successful and healthy season. The office of Vince Ionase is at 231 West Glen Cove Avenue, corner of Route 9 in Northfield. Phone 609-677-4977. Vince Ionase wants to solve your tax and accounting problems. And, of course, Vince high school football in this area. This game also brought to you with the best wishes of everyone at Calvi Electric in Atlantic City, who encourage you to get out and support your favorite high school team every week. Middle Township has talked it over. They have decided what they're going to do, because this is a big play. Harris under center, back split behind him. Takes a snap, fakes, gives it to Freeman on the sweep. He's got the first down to the 15-yard line.
That's a good call, Tom. I mean, I think everybody felt like with Rivera, where they faked the ball up into the middle to Scott, and they give it to him around the outside, and they get first down yardage out of it again.
1st and 10 at the 15-yard line. Harris under center, back split. Again, it's Freeman on the sweep. And he's driven out of bounds, probably around the 11-yard line. Just outside the 10 anyway.
Clock's starting to be a factor now. Coming up on just under 8.5 minutes here.
Freeman tired.
I'm not surprised.
Takes a lot out of you, that sweep.
Yep. Scott, he's played both ways. Harris has played both ways for middle.
Yep.
Most of their line has played both ways.
Second. Harris under center. Backs are split. Gives the ball to Scott, who reverses at the line of scrimmage, pounds to the goal line, and in for the touchdown. Strong run by Scott. His third touchdown of the game.
Yeah, that time he went off right tackle, and the hole wasn't there, and he just had such a big hole to the left and just kind of sidestepped a little bit and almost walked.
His third touchdown of the game, his eighth touchdown of the season. And Middle Township regains the lead, 35-32.
They'll go for two.
Absolutely.
And although a kick point after would put it out of field goal reach, so they don't have the confidence in their kicking game.
Harris under back split. Motion and flags. Illegal shift. They'll have to do it from the 8-yard line.
Well, last time they did it about the 12, I think. Well, they definitely won't kick now. Just call a different play. Although, that was a rollout or sprint right pass play into the end zone, which is how they scored the 2-point conversion before. See if they, they're tough to defend because even with the ball on the 7 or 8 yard line, they're very, very capable of running the football in from here.
2-point conversion from the 8-yard line. Harris in the shotgun. Reposition Scott. Nope, Scott goes back to where he was. Go back to the 13-yard line.
Wow. Well, that's a bad mistake. It's a very bad mistake. It's an important play.
Harris in the shotgun, drops back. Under some pressure, fires, and it is caught for the 2-point conversion. John Zarfati was kind of stunned as he caught the ball, but he held on to it as he went to the ground. He's still in a seated position. Well, Freeman wants to help him up, but he shouldn't, and he doesn't get up.
But he took a hit from Benvenuti just as he caught the ball and did a really nice job of holding on to it. There.
37-32 with 8:19 left in the fourth quarter. Ocean City will get the football. There's a full line of brand new cars available for rent at Just 4 Wheels on the White Horse Pike in Galloway Township, Delsey Drive in Vineland, and on Washington Street in Cape May. They also have moving trucks, minivans, and 15-passenger vans. Be smart. Rent at Just 4 Wheels, serving South Jersey for more than 35 years in Galloway, Vineland, Berlin, Cape May, and Lakewood. They're open. Just 4 Wheels, car, truck, and van rental. So Ocean City has moved the ball. The final score from the Atlantic City Electric scoreboard: Atlantic City 25, Williams. So Atlantic City,
I'll tell you,
improves their chances a little bit of sneaking back into Group 5, and poor Williamstown, they've only got one win so far. I don't know. It's another ground ball all the way through. It's taken by Benvenuti at the 30, and he's out to the 40.
tackled there by Daquan Getty. And the Raiders will start with good field position. And I tell you, the kickoffs have been as adventurous as anything here in this football game today.
Yeah. Yeah, and after we just dealt with Zach Sturr last week, it was banging him through the end zone.
Right. That's right.
Slot to the right. Donahue with a back to his right. Lashley's on the left wing. He's thrown 3 touchdown passes tonight. Takes his snap. Hands it off. Robertson has some room. He's out across the 45 to the 48. Be second in about 2.
See where the Ocean City's defense is very much thinking about run first, run first, run first. I think right now Middle Township's defense is thinking pass first, and that time they gained some good yardage when the defense was thinking pass, I believe.
Second and 2. Donahue takes the snap. Gives it off to Robertson, who keeps his balance and gets across the 50 to the 45 Middle Township for a first down.
I tell you, this kid has really impressed me, Tom, since I don't think he played in the first game or played much, but, what little opportunity he got to play early on, he has really been, I'll bet, the biggest surprise for this staff as the season has gone on.
Well, he didn't play last year. I don't think he played as a freshman. He plays baseball and basketball. Play action. Donahue down the middle. Lashley makes the catch, avoids a tackler, and he is still on his feet at the 10. What a big game Matt Lashley has had.
Trouble is, there's still 7 minutes left in the football game. If you're gonna score, it's whoever has the ball last at this point.
First down and 10. It looks like it's just outside the 10. They can't snap the ball. The chains aren't in place. Things just fall apart over there when Bruce Beaver's at Notre Dame, but they do snap it. And a loss on the play. Good penetration, and Robertson had no place to go. Loses back almost to the,
Scott, who's been a workhorse on offense, makes that big stop from his position on linebacker on defense.
Second and 14. Donahue back to his right, slot to the right. Takes the snap, rolls right. He pitches the ball to Robertson. Robertson tries to back his way down as he's hit. To go.
I tell you can't say enough about the job Donahue's done, Tom, as far as putting the ball on the money. He has had just most every pass right where it needs to be for guys to catch the football.
Lebrano checks in. Donahue has a back to his left. Wide slot. Takes a snap, drops back, fires over the middle. It's caught by Lashley, and he dives in for the touchdown. Matt Lashley, his second touchdown of the game, and he also had a terrific catch on the first possession of the first drive of Ocean City this year in this game. So 4 touchdown passes for Andrew Donahue. Ocean City is on top 38-37. They're going to go for 2 again.
And if they'd kicked all those extra points, and I'm not saying they should have at the time because who knows what would happen, but if they'd have kicked all those extra points where they went for 2 before, they might not need to go for 2 now.
Donahue takes the snap. Play action, rolling left. Pitches it into the end zone. To Lashley.
Boy, what a heady play. Any kudos that he gets and Lashley gets and several other kids too, but well, I tell you, between Donahue and Lashley tonight, they have just really done a tremendous job out here.
The only thing that make the weekend perfect for Matt Lashley is the dance. But he's done a lot. He did some things on defense too, and
I don't think Middle's punted at all.
I think you might be right.
And actually, I don't think either team has punted at all.
No, Andrew punted, didn't he?
No, I think he was back to punt.
Oh, that's right. They ran the fake. Yeah, they ran the fake. You're right. I just remember Andrew's walking down to the end of the bench area here, talking to the guys up top. But he's had a big game. 4 touchdown passes, 1 short of Chris Curran's school record.
He's like having another coach on the field sometimes, I think.
Here's the kick. All the way down to about the 9-yard line. Running room, Rivera trying to find something. He's pinned in around the 25-yard line. And Middle Township will have 5:44 left to come downfield and get at least 3 points to tie it.
Well, the only thing you can hope for is if they do score, if you're an Ocean City fan, if they're going to score quickly. They leave only about 2.5 minutes left on the clock, not more.
Yeah.
This has turned into a wild offensive shootout. 40 points, and somebody's going to lose the game.
That's right. That's right. 1st and 10 from the 25 for Middle Township. They have each team has 2 of their timeouts left, we think. Harris is under center, back split behind him. He gives it to the second back. Fumble, ball's on the ground. They're scrambling for it. Ocean City has recovered. Don't forget, you can watch this game if you're not in position to do it now. City now has the ball at the 20-yard line of Middle Township.
It's like watching the Dodgers and the Nationals last night. That was a classic.
I was up till 3 on that other game, the Cubs and the Giants that one night. Donahue hands it off and stopped for about a 1-yard gain as Robertson.
Let's be honest, though, Tom. You're up till 3 most every night.
No, that was a long night. That was finding things to do while he...
Whatever, even a field goal at this point isn't enough.
I guess Middle called timeout. I didn't see a signal.
That must be a real old story because I never heard it.
Yeah, it's we didn't see the signal, but it's all the signs of timeout. And maybe a little early, I don't know, 5:29.
It's very early, especially for 2nd and 9.
Of course, Ocean City could be thinking, if they get a field goal.
Again, that's not enough. That's only 6
They'll
points.
have a 6-point lead, yeah. So that unless Middle can convert, and they've converted pretty regularly. Well, we'll see what happens. Right now they're focusing on 2nd and 9. Donahue takes the snap, hands it off. Robertson can't get to the outside. Hit behind the line of scrimmage, probably back to the original line of scrimmage, so it'll be 3rd and 10.
So I think they just need.
And they've called another timeout, so Middle is out of timeouts.
I'm shocked. Why using all your timeouts with 5.5 minutes to go? It doesn't make sense.
So Ocean City comes to the sidelines. They lead it here, 40-37. If you live in Cape May County and you're having problems with an appliance, your next call should be to Ulmer's Appliance Service. Dryers, refrigerators, ranges, dishwashers, washers, disposals, you name it. Ulmer's can repair it, and they service most major brands. Ulmer's Appliance Service offices in Ocean City, Wildwood, Seaville, and Sea Isle City. There's one close to you. Phone 609-399-4398 for more information. Ulmer's Appliance Service. Team comes back onto the field, Ocean City team, but Donahue continues to talk with the coaches. Donahue waits to snap. 3rd and 10. Drops back. Fires over the middle. Incomplete. Williams has scored from 37 yards out for Vineland. They lead 40-14 over Clearview. It's an interesting nickname. Trouble with a nickname like Cash, they always expect you to pick up the check. 4th and 10 for Ocean City. They lead. Here's the scramble. Here's the pass. Incomplete at the sidelines. So it will be a Middle Township possession. They're down 3.
Ocean City player down. I think it's an Ocean City player. Probably got hit with a chair from above.
Donahue's down there with them.
Wow.
So Middle takes over with 5:12 remaining.
I think at the film, I think he may see that he had a lot of room to gain that first down on his own. And instead, threw that pass, and it might have been catchable. Again, that was a bullet. Wasn't a perfectly thrown ball, but I think he probably could have picked that first down yardage up or close to it.
Now they're waiting here because the player is just on the edge of the field. Trainers have worked sides. Ocean City's lost 2 players, 2 key players, Anthony Kenny and Dan Walsh, who haven't come back. Don't see them on the sidelines. And Middle Township has had a couple people go off, but most of them have come back to the Panthers.
I wasn't sure, Tom, if I saw Anthony Kenny on the sideline in a sweatshirt with something wrapped around his knee like ice or something.
That's Bob Shallcross, who was shaken up on the play. He's walking, but not normally. But he's, handling it. Nobody's helping him much.
I'd say I think a lot of this is guys getting their bell rung out there on both sides.
1st and 10 Middle Township. They're at their own 22-yard line. They got to go 78 yards in 5 minutes and 12 seconds. Plenty of time to tie the game. To take the lead, excuse me. Back to throw, rolling right. Pass downfield he didn't get it. Diving attempt by Ben Venuti. The pass was a little bit long, and I'm not sure that the middle receivers knew who it was intended for, because 1 or 2 of them that might have been able to reach it didn't. And Ben Venuti made a diving attempt at an interception, but he couldn't come up with it. 2nd and 10.
Tom, do you get the impression that Middle, I won't say was panicking, but it's a little early to be concerned about? We got to get downfield and score right away, call all these timeouts. They can score in 60 seconds, this team, in 2 or 3 plays or less.
You're right. Harris hands the ball off, sweeping the left side. Ocean City kind of gangs up on him for a gain of about 3 or 4.
Here's a big play now. And you'd have to think that they would, if they don't get a first down here, you'd have to think they're going to go for it on 4th down because they have no time.
Third and 6. The ball's at about the 25-yard line. Just across the 25. Clock down to 4:25 and counting. Middle has no timeouts. Ocean City has 2. Harris gives it to Scott, and Scott blasts out close to the first down. He's across the 30.
Bet they'll go for it now. They're within a yard, half yard.
Referee looking at the ball, and he says first down.
Yep.
So Middle, it's its 21st first down of the game. Ocean City has 18. And they keep it going. But the clock running with 4:05 left.
The last thing you want to see is have them score with seconds remaining if you're an Ocean City rooter.
One receiver split to the left. Harris gives it to Scott. Scott off the left side, and he's got about 5, maybe 6 yards to about the 44-yard line.
A lot of tired football players out there right now. Lashley gets up off the bottom of that pile.
Second and about 4. Ed Mejia checks in for Ocean City. Clock down to 2:45. Middle Township at the Ocean City 44-yard line. Center. On the sweep, it's Freeman. At about the 42-yard line. Little stutter step. Gained him about 3 more yards, but they're a couple of yards short. 3rd and 2 at about the Ocean City 42-yard line.
I think they run that play probably a dozen times. That same exact play. And they run the play with Scott up the middle probably at least a dozen times, probably more.
Harris comes up under center. Backs behind him, gives to Scott. Scott is hit and bounces to the outside and looks to have the first down inside the 40-yard line.
And gets out of bounds to stop the clock. Now 155, and this is just, depending on what side of the field you're on, either this is exactly what you want or exactly.
Because something's going to happen one way or the other as this game's down into the last 15 or 20 seconds.
37-yard line. Raiders lead 40-30 on the drive. With a minute 55 left, the Panthers have no timeouts there at the motion from Freeman. They play action. Rolling to the right is Harris. He keeps it, and he is down the sidelines and out of bounds just outside the 20-yard line to the left side, and he gets to the 20, possibly the 19.
Yeah, it wasn't a real clean handoff. We got another player down on the field. That's going to stop the clock.
Ocean City player. Kind of reaching his leg up.
5-23. San Augustine remains 41-0 victory over Holy Spirit. Oakcrest was upending Lower Cape 28-0. Not a real surprise there, even though Elliott is not playing in that football game. Asagami kind of punishing Triton 34-0. And Egg Harbor Town. It's 13-8 in favor of the Eagles. Pleasantville looking for their 3rd win.
In a non-score, but of interest to Cape Atlantic League fans, Joe Callahan, Holy Spirit grad, All-American at Wesley College, dropped by the Packers, has been signed by the New Orleans Saints.
Excellent. I wondered if anybody would pick him up. Let's see. The 5.
All right, Middle Township ready to go. Come up to the line of scrimmage. Harris. Freeman sweeping the outside, and Ocean City stops him, but he's out of bounds. One benefit for Middle Township. It stopped the clock with a minute 21 left, but he didn't gain too much, a yard or two.
I think at this point, Tom, stopping the clock benefits Ocean City as much as it benefits Middle.
Well, if they've got a great fake off of that sweep, this would be a good time to run it. Because Ocean City's looking for it. Ball's inside the 20 at the 18. Third. Our fatty splits out to the right. Backs are split. Harris under center. Harris back to throw. Rolling to his right. Rolling down the sideline. Trips a bit. Wide open in the end zone for a touchdown. Flag on the play. He may have been past the line of scrimmage.
And that's loss of down as well.
A play we've become very familiar with two bad calls of it in the last two games against Andrew Donahue, based on the tapes at least. An illegal forward pass. But that was the definition of being open. He was in the end zone, and nobody else was in the end zone anywhere.
I think the defender, who was 7-8 yards away, Tom, maybe realized that Harris was, he was running the football. Maybe he figured he was beyond the line of scrimmage, and that's why he went over to help make the tackle.
You don't see that play very often. We've seen it 3 times in less than 5 full games. And, of course, this is a pretty interesting one because it gives Middle Township one more play unless they get first down.
And that's another example where I think a quarterback could have gotten the first down. I said the same thing down at this end. Andrew Donahue, I thought, could have got first down, and Harris could have had first down here. And yet, it's pretty tough. You see a guy wide open 15 yards down in the end zone like that, and you're really not keeping track of, I guess, where you are.
4th and 10 at the 22 of Ocean City. Middle with the ball. Minute 13 left, and they're down by 3.
This is the game. This could be the game unless they get a first down.
Absolutely. From the shotgun, Harris takes the snap, rolling to the right, swings it back the other way. It's incomplete. Ocean City had it pretty well defensed. Trying to get it to Jalen Freeman, who's frustrated, took his helmet off, so he has to leave the field. But they had it pretty well defensed. I don't think he would have been able to run downfield. But you never know. The point is, he saw those defenders coming possibly and was unable to pull it in.
Well, I think the middle staff and players, they wanted a penalty on the hit because the ball was overthrown, wasn't going to be catchable, and it was a pretty good hit on the intended receiver on the play.
Frank Rigichano is all the way out to the hash marks. Now I think he's
screaming at the officials.
He's also trying to move some players back off the field.
Now they wanted a personal foul penalty on that hit after the pass is not caught, and that's where they're complaining. And it was kind of a high. He got up a little high on it. I'm looking at the replay now, so that could have been called. There's been some bad blood out here on the field.
1:07 left. Ocean City only has to take the knee. Middle has no timeouts. They line up tight, and Ocean City player took a pretty good shot from a Middle Township guy coming in from the outside and wasn't too happy about it because very rarely do teams defend this play.
Well, that just goes to show what kind of attitude there's been. As I said, there's been some bad blood here in this second half.
Ocean City just has to take another knee. 33, 32, 31 seconds. He waits till it gets under 30. I may have to do it one more time. We'll see.
Well, they haven't set the ball.
Now it's over. Yep. I'm not so sure the official didn't wait till the clock ran down to set the ball because there's a lot of tension out there. So Ocean City has won. Andrew Donahue throws 4 touchdown passes. 2 of them to a guy who had a great game, Matt Lashley, 5'10", 186-pound senior. And the Raiders win it 40-37. Of course, Kevin Catanoso is going to point out that it was a 3-point margin.
That is correct.
His 24-yard field goal was the difference in the game. Teams line up to shake hands at the 50-yard line without issue or problem. And it's a tough loss for Middle Township. They can still make it in Group 2. I think they have Pittman and Pleasantville remaining. Pleasantville, might be playing for a playoff spot themselves. Who knows? But Pleasantville beat Pittman by 50 points almost. So, they figure to beat Pittman, and they have Pleasantville. I think they're off next week. Ocean City, though, elevates themselves a little bit in a battle for Group 3. But they're going to need to win. They've got Mainland, Lower Cape May, and, of course, St. Joe's, which they are definitely going to be underdogs.
And you love to see a good, hard-hitting football game. And, again, it was a good, hard-hitting football game. And it got a little chippy from time to time. There were some personal fouls, some unsportsmanlike conducts. But, it certainly was an exciting football game. And, unfortunately, somebody's got to win and somebody's got to lose. Some fans are going to be disappointed.
Absegami final 41-0 over Triton. And that's the only update that we have currently. Why don't you run down what we had before we wrap this up?
Well, the three finals we have, the one you just mentioned, Tom, 41-0 Absegami over Triton. St. Augustine 41-0, a like score